Hello, everybody, and welcome in to Big Boy Arena for what should be a critical two-game series as the Binghamton Black Bears come to town. Hello, everybody. I'm Brady Beaton, joined with Ben Salagi. And Ben, it was a mixed bag of a road trip. It ended better than it started last time out, but the effort in Binghamton, it did not go the Rockers' way. A 6-3 loss to kick off the road trip. Rockers are going to need to make some noise this weekend to get that taste out of their mouth.
Yeah, definitely. I'm ready for a bear hunt. I don't know about you, Brady, but I'm ready to get some bearskin rugs, fill out Big Boy Arena with some of that. But in all seriousness, you have to give credit to what Binghamton is doing. They're 16-1-2 at home. They did not suffer their first loss, which was against Danbury on January 19th. They have been lethal at Vision Veterans Memorial, and I will give the boys credit for what they did on Friday night. It was 2 puck luck goals that got us down 2-0, which, again, puck luck, it's a real thing. It happens. I'm not saying that the goals don't count, because they do. But really, when you take those puck luck goals out, you lose 4-3, and it's a lot better showing than the last time you were out there when you lost 8-1.
Right.
So the guys are getting better. We know the roster's getting to where it should be in this playoff push. So I'm excited. I'm excited to what we can show here at Big Boy Arena, because they're a different team. Binghamton's a very different team on the road.
Absolutely, but on the flip side of that, Rockers need to put that showing together, because to the average fan, they look at it and go, all right, Binghamton's played them twice, and they beat them 14-4.
Yeah.
So this is a prove-it game. We were talking about it off the air, Ben. Last year, there was a stretch, and about this time of year, where I kind of put the challenge to the Rockers. They had 8 games against Carolina and Columbus, and they came out of that one 5-3. And after that, you felt like, all right, they can beat anybody in a 3-game set. You look at their next 8 games, or their next 7 games rather, 2 against Binghamton, a home-and-home with Port Huron, and then a 3-game set against Columbus here at Big Boy Arena in a couple weeks. You feel like you have to treat it the same way, like it's a 7-game series, like you're in the NHL playoffs, and see what you can do, and it starts tonight. But back to the road trip, they did finish strong, and they got 5 of 6 points in Watertown.
They did. They finished very, very, very strong. They were able to play really good hockey, and it was a precarious situation. Obviously, tonight we're not going to have Trevor Babin. It was an incidental stick hit on a player when Babin was recovering from making a save, so we don't have Trevor tonight. But the good news is about that, the last time we saw Ricky was 2 weeks ago on Sunday against Blue Ridge, and they lost 4-2. The game started to slip away from Ricky, even though he was playing a little more confident. The last time we saw Ricky before that, he let in 15 goals. So now when you look at everything, in comparison to last weekend, played outstanding. Ricky stopped 50 of 56 shots on night 1. On night 2, he had to come in and spell Trevor Babin cold. Came in cold and was able to only allow 1 goal, 36 of 37. His confidence, I think, is rebounded. I don't know if you were on our social media. You saw he won the Hard Hat Award.
Oh, yeah.
And that meant a lot to him. He teared up when he got that. And, Ricky's his hardest critic. He knows that people, when they see Ricky Gonzalez is starting instead of Trevor Babin, he knows people are thinking, we don't get to see Trevor. That's not the case. Ricky's a very good goaltender. Still has a save average above 90%. Yeah, he had a lull, but now he's starting to rebound. He has that confidence back. I actually want to see how Ricky does, because the last time he went up against these Black Bears, it was not pretty. So he wants revenge too.
Well, and for me, the more impressive performance was coming in cold to finish off the game that Babin got the match penalty in, because you're not expecting to play. You're on the bench. Yes, they say always be ready. But let's be honest. How many times over the course of a 56, 58-game season, whatever the Fed is, does the backup goalie have to come in a game that's competitive? All right, a guy gives up 7 goals in 2 periods. Yeah, you come in, but it doesn't really matter how you perform. But the way he came in and secured 3 points to finish out the weekend, that's what I really liked from Ricky Gonzalez. Getting ready to get started here at Big Boy Arena. We will step aside as Johnny G gives you the starting lineup, plays the national anthem. You are watching the Rockers Media Network. back here on the Rockers Media Network. National anthem played. Starting lineup's been announced to the fans here in the building. Let's send it over to Ben to give it to you at home. Ben, starting lineups for tonight.
Yeah, the Binghamton Black Bears leading, of course, the Empire Division, as everyone knows, starting in net tonight. From Agawam, Massachusetts, number 72, Connor McAnama. His defensive pairing in front of him from East Newark, Ontario, number 16, Liam Anderson. And number 61 from St. Joseph, Minnesota, Dan Weber. The front line will be number 7, Thomas Ray from Longwood, Florida. Number 8, Nikita Ivishin from Romanovsky, Russia. And number 81, Josh Fletcher from Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Of course, coached by Brant Sherwood in his first official season with the team. Of course, he was the interim coach last year for the second half of the season. And now your Motor City Rockers. In net tonight, since number 72 is serving a one-game suspension, Ricky Gonzalez from Davidson, Michigan will get the start, as we were saying on the broadcast. And then, of course, his defensive pairing in front of him, number 4, Josh Colton from Los Angeles, California. Number 16, Mike Wynn from Ann Arbor, Michigan. And the starting lineup tonight on the front line. In left wing, number 61, Roman Gaudet from Flat Rock, Michigan. Right wing will be number 67, TJ Delaney from St. Louis, Missouri. And at center, number 53, a man who's found the fountain of youth recently, Jonathan Giuliano from right here in Fraser, Michigan.
And as the pregame festivities conclude, getting ready for puck drop in this one, Ben, me and you both said it before we went on air when we got the lineup card. We like the way this line's played for the Rockers, the one of Gaudet, Delaney, and Giuliano.
Yeah, this is a great line. They've really formed a good chemistry, and I think that's because of the guy in the middle, right? Jonathan Giuliano last year saw the game differently on the bench. He was, due to a health condition, had to be going from player to coach. He made that transition earlier than he wanted to. He wanted to finish out his career the way every athlete wants to, on their own terms. So this year, he gets that perspective. He gets that added depth. You have a guy in TJ Delaney who wants to move up in his hockey career. Same thing with Roman Gaudet. They have skill, they have length, and they use his expertise, and they've become a really great forward pair and a really good second line.
Motor City in black and purple. Binghamton, white and green with a little bit of black, and Motor City wins the opening draw. We're underway, a big two-game set for these Rockers. Binghamton controls it. Ivashkin to the right wing circle. Snap shot is knocked away. Rebound thrown wide off the high glass net. Just a bit off the moorings. No one seems to put it back on as Gonzalez fixes himself, and Motor City offside. A whistle just 22 seconds into this one.
Well, that's always going to come off the moorings. We're going to watch the left side because that one is the one that doesn't like to stay put. But if only they allowed us to drill, it wouldn't be an issue.
Well, it's we'll say it's part of the charm here at Big Boy Arena. Anyway.
It is a part of the charm.
Yes,
You're
it
right.
is.
You're
Neutral
right.
zone draw, and Giuliano controls it. Back at the center ice logo. Sends to Colton, surveys the scene. Dumps it in over the red line. Played by McAnama. To the far side, skips over the stick of Delaney all the way out to the point. Shot doesn't make it to the netminder. Far side, Colton pokes it back in deep. Motor City on for a change. Binghamton looking for the breakout.
Yeah, Binghamton so far early, still getting into their pacing a little bit, but Motor City's forecheck is something that's got Brant Sherwood's attention.
Into the offensive zone. Ivashkin, right wing circle. Stick handling just a bit too much. Had it poked away to neutral ice. 1 minute into this one. Binghamton at Motor City here at Big Boy Arena.
Yeah, just to finish that thought, I was talking with Brant Sherwood again in his first full season with the team. He, of course, spelled Gary Gill last year, who started as Binghamton's coach. But he said that's the one thing I really do appreciate about the Rockers. Their forecheck is elite. He goes, honestly, I think this is the best team in the league. I said, well, there's really other good teams. I said, Brent, thank you for being a humble guest. He goes, no. I love the way you guys play within your structure. I love what Gordy does. See what you guys have become. He goes, when you guys are a full unit, you are the best team in the league. I'm like, well, that's high praise because I think you guys are one of the best teams. So he really appreciates the forecheck that Motor City does. He wants to find ways to beat it. So if we can use that to our advantage tonight, that'd be great.
Top two teams in the Empire Division duking it out. Black Bears behind their own net. Puck left on the far side. Yates over the blue line, backhands it, looking for Uturo. Knocked away in the Rockers zone. Fields has it poked away. Rotundi swipes at it, chasing after it. Yates far corner. Motor City trying to send it to safety. Over the blue line, too strong. That was intended for the newest rocker, Nick Gullo.
Yeah, Gullo was a nice little surprise, wasn't he? Nice little trade for future considerations, but really nice. Kind of like, we love Cade, but he's a more physically gifted Cade Lambton. He's still one of the smallest guys on the ice. Plays a little bit.
Tried to throw his body around there, but physics won in that scenario.
Cade would have kept his footing on that hit. I will say that. But, that's the only difference between Gullo and Cade, right? One's a little more physically gifted than the other, but you do appreciate the passion both play with the game for men their size.
17:09 left to go, first period. Shot bouncing in front of the paint, and it's knocked away.
Really like what we're doing early, starting to attack, bailing on the right time, really starting to get to it with Binghamton, showing that you're not afraid of them anymore. It's kind of like, bad analogy, but when Kevin McAllister walks out of his house and says, "I'm not afraid anymore," it's kind of what I think last weekend really buoyed the confidence of this team. You get this team right back. You get to turn it over. And you can say, "Hey, now you're on our turf for a change.
Right?
You're on our turf. You're gonna see how you like it at Big Boy Arena." And so far, playing pretty well, sticking to it.
Feels like in this one, the first goal could be a big one.
Yes.
Giuliano, offensive zone draw. He had the win for a moment, but Binghamton took it away, only to give it right back to Laney. Left wing circle shot, shouldered away by McAnima. Binghamton has the rush going up and out of the zone. Uturo, diagonal dump into the far corner. Gaudet on the hash marks, pokes up. Giuliano pinned to the boards.
Ooh.
Yates keeps it in for Binghamton. Colton behind the net. Chips it over to Delaney off the far wall. Giuliano can't give it over the blue line. Fletcher comes in to keep it in the zone only for a moment. Binghamton will have to touch up.
Yeah, Delaney did a good job battling that blue paint to get it out.
Ivashkin left wing circle shot, and it's patted away by Gonzalez. Koash looking to get it up and out of the zone. They do. Svinsoff over the blue line. Near wall leaves. Shot from Conway, and it's gloved by McAnima, and we'll have a whistle. 16:06 to go, first period. Still scoreless here at Big Boy Arena.
Liked hearing that name, Declan Conway with the shot. We didn't know how he would fare, of course. And the last time we were at Big Boy Arena, had that awkward fall, but everything good. He wasn't worse for wear. Wasn't even bruised ribs or anything. He said, "No, we're good. I'll play." So good to see him back.
Definitely adds another level of punch to the Motor City lineup. Koash wins the draw for Motor City. Milam at the point. Short feed, gets it right back. Throws on net, tipped in between the wickets, and Motor City on top early.
My goodness gracious.
Scott Koash got just enough of it, and McAnima couldn't close the 5-hole in time. Rockers on top, a big first goal early in this one.
Yeah, well, McAnima just doesn't expect it. He thinks it's going glove side. That's why you get a stick on it. He's standing tall. It takes about a half second for you to get down there.
Officials are discussing. In real time, I thought it was a legal touch. I think that's one that it's going to be tough to overturn without a replay, and obviously here in the Fed we do not. Oh, they are waving it off.
Oh, come
High
on.
stick, and it'll stay scoreless.
Hang on. I know we don't actually have replay to show people. No.
Conway getting into it. Him and Logar on the far wing. So it'll stay scoreless.
The stick did get up there a little bit, but I thought it was still waist high.
Into the offensive zone, picked up by Daniel Stone of Binghamton. Behind the net, Logar still jawing at Conway. Bone has it on the near boards. Long pass, can't find the tape of Kirkby. It'll go all the way down the ice, and an icing called. Offensive zone draw for Motor City. Puck will go to the left dot. 15:37 to go, first period, 0-0. The Scott Koash goal disallowed for a high stick. So Motor City still trying to get that first one. Giuliano on the draw, fails, goes to Bone. McAnima sticks it to the far side, handling it in the far corner. It's Giuliano throwing the body around a little bit. Puck comes out to Kirkby of Binghamton. Working around one defender over the blue line. Feed, it's picked off. Milam, pass too strong for Delaney in the offensive zone. The forechecking pressure to Gaudet, right wing circle. Gets around a defender behind the end line. Working on the far boards. A couple of white, couple of black jerseys pinned to the boards. Coming away with it, Binghamton only for a moment. Giuliano getting in the way. Motor City buzzing right now in the early going. 5 minutes into this one, still scoreless after the disallowed goal for a high stick.
And the one thing I like about this team, they're not acting deflated. They're still staying on attack, time on attack, forechecking pressure. Love it. If anything, it made them hungry.
Yeah, they are flying around right now. Pass right to the tape of Fletcher. Feeds over to Ray. Returns to the middle. Fletcher over the blue line. Can't dangle around one defender to the near wall. Rotundi working on Fletcher. Back wall. Now to the far corner. This has been this has a big-time feel to this game. Both sides flying around. Shot patted away by Gonzalez.
Well, again, no disrespect to our friends in the Fed, but this is definitely the premier matchup this weekend.
They're playing like it, too. Both sides, I like the way they're coming out with a lot of energy. No bus legs for Binghamton.
No.
Motor City came out of the locker room hot. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, both these teams, it almost has that playoff feel, right? Here's
turnover, Conway, shot swallowed up. It's still loose. Koash had it behind the net. Svinsov's trying to make something out of it. Oh, that was a grade A opportunity, and Binghamton able to hold away for the moment. Shot tipped away. Koash behind the goal line in the corner. Looking for somewhere to send it. Diagonal feed up top. Shot on net. Tipped high over the glass. Binghamton just trying to send it to safety. And after a flurry of chances from Motor City, the Black Bears will skate it into the offensive zone only for the moment. 2-on-2 the other way. Poked at neutral ice. Uturo picks it up for the Black Bears.
Yeah, great play there.
13-17 to go. First period still scoreless. Koash in his own zone banks it off the glass. Shot from Uturo goes up and over the net. Wynn plays it behind his net. Backhands, only one to bring it in, Dan Weber. Centering feed, kick to a stick. Yates, shot gets kicked away by Gonzalez. Back in the far corner, Yates dissecting the defense. Cross, net pass. Oh, geez, that was nearly tipped in by a rocker stick.
Yes, Svinsov got his stick on it. Got it deflected a little wide. One of those little...
After the last couple of home stands,
right.
I'm seeing ghosts. They've been good for one of those.
Well, remember when Cam Bird did that? We thought he shot it on net, but he was doing a bank pass behind.
That was, like you said, a little too close for comfort.
A little too close.
Both sides reset for the moment. Had a lot of continuous play. Good flow to this one. Weber in his own zone, chased by Gaudet. 161 chases the other. Back behind his own net, rings it around the boards. Kirkby picks it up at the blue line. To the rush. Ivashkin sends it up left wing circle. Shot doesn't make it to Gonzalez. It gets deflected into the corner. Motor City behind their own net. Conway spins around, picks it up on the back wall. To the near side, Giuliano flips it across the rink. Conway in neutral ice, tips it back into his own zone, possessing the puck. He is pressured heavily by Kirkby. Gives to the near wing. Long feed tipped by Koash. And I think both sides are waiting for that next whistle for that media timeout.
Yeah, both these teams kind of slowing down a little bit. The gas.
Haven't had a whistle in
a long time.
In over about 4 minutes now.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
It's been a fun first 8.5 minutes in this one. Still scoreless. Scott Koash had a tipped-in goal disallowed due to a high stick. Koash had it poked away up top. Svinsov's shot gets easily sticked away by McAnima. Back behind the net, Svinsov. On the near hash marks, up top, Rotundi throws on net, close, and no one can get the stick on it. Holt in the corner, working behind the net. Koash coming off, Kuhn comes in. Sent to neutral ice, and this has been a long session of continuous play, and it'll end as McAnima brings in the shot, freezes it. 10:53 to go first period. And Ben, after what has been an exciting 9 minutes of hockey, we have our first media timeout. Is everyone in the Fed having as much fun as we are? And what are the shots on goal? Because there was a flurry from both sides.
Yeah, flurry from both sides is right. Motor City leads that category 7-4 right now, checking in on the out-of-town scoreboard. Elmira helping us out 2-1 against Danbury, so that's nice that the River Sharks thrashing in the waters there in Elmira. But, of course, Port Huron is leading 2-1 over Watertown. Port Huron getting back, and for whatever reason, the Zydeco, whenever they face Columbus, they've been playing them tough again. It is 1-1 between the Zydeco and the River Dragons.
All right, if you're looking to change your insurance coverage, Ronald Shocker is your local Farm Bureau insurance agent located in Shelby Township off of Van Dyke. He and his team have been protecting and providing Michigan families with auto, home, life, and health since 2016. For all your insurance needs, trust Michigan Farm Bureau agent Ronald Shocker and request a quote today. 10:53 to go, first period. Still scoreless. Again, we had the disallowed goal from Scott Koash. But if the next 5.5 periods are going to be this much fun, it's going to be a good weekend of hockey.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be a great weekend. And, again, this team is different on the road. I just want to highlight that for people because, again, at home, at Visions Veteran, this team's elite.
Nearly unbeatable.
Yeah, 16-1-2. I mean, they except for one game, they have a point, right? Mm-hmm. But on the road, they're 7-2-4, and, they've had 5 overtime games on the road. So they are a team that will still play it tough because, again, they play well, but they're gettable, and this is where you need to get them. Like Danbury last year, like Columbus, last year, you want to get them when you're at your barn. Guess what? Guys playing like it right now that they have a statement to make.
Absolutely. Walters, rink-wide feed to Anderson. Picked off at the blue line. Holt gives to Gullo, and he couldn't settle it down. Holt on the forecheck knocked one Black Bear off escape, but there were 2 more there to pick up the puck. Gonzalez will fall on it, freeze it. 10:17 to go in the first period. Still scoreless.
Well, not going to get a complete line change. Okay.
Draw comes to the left of Ricky Gonzalez. And Ben, early on, he's had to make a few saves, but not a lot of high-quality chances or high-pressure saves.
No, not yet, but that's what you want. You want him to settle in. He's riding high with his confidence. And the guys in front of him, I think, they want to play for him. They do want to be better for him and not play so tight because we've talked about it, right? Different styles between him and Trevor Babin. Mm-hmm. More of a deflector than Babin. Babin's more of an absorber than Ricky. Go ahead.
Gaudet, offensive zone, and pass way too strong for Delaney. In the corner, he's battling with Weber, and it gets sent to the near side. But I do think that sometimes when Gonzalez plays, that especially the game against Wytheville last Sunday, his shot in front of him. Gaudet buries it. That one slipped out of nowhere. There were a few white jerseys around, and that one's going to count. 1-0 Motor City.
Well, it's going to count. It's going to get you some free wings, my friend.
Yes, it will. Right on cue. First goal of the night is our winger of the game. And if you go to the Fan Saves app, it's what? Buy one, get one free wings because Roman Gaudet activated it with his goal. Fan Saves and the Rockers, partner to save you money. If you can go to the App Store, download it on your phone, follow the Motor City Rockers, and now you can get buy one, get one free. Roman Gaudet, his 7th of the year. He's been playing better the last month of hockey.
Really has. He's been a guy that's been battling injury back and forth, had a partially broken thumb. He's recovered from that. Roman Gaudet is a guy who's, when he's on, he's on. And you like seeing it because that's what makes that line so special.
Spinsoff, feed right side, too strong for Conway. Throws at a tough angle on net. On the near side, Motor City not letting off the gas at all. Ringing around the far boards, Colton swipes at it, hops over his stick. Koash able to keep it in the offensive zone. In the right wing circle, picked up by Stone, backhand feed out to center ice. Kirkby walks it into the zone near side. Thompson, one-touch pass, far corner. And Logar has it back to the point. Shot gets lifted, and it's tipped wide. But back to the point about Ricky Gonzalez. We were talking about last Sunday against the Blue, or 2 Sundays ago against Blue Ridge. Sometimes Trevor Babin can erase those mistakes, yes. And I think that was a Sunday you could tell it was the 3 game and 3 nights for Motor City. And Gonzalez, Well, no, he didn't play his best game, was also not put in the best situations.
No, and I think Ricky knows that. Ricky's been put in a couple of situations where, again, you don't want to fault him, but you're concerned, right? You're concerned a little bit when you allow in 15 goals in 2 games.
Right.
But at that point, you don't want to be your own worst enemy, and I think that's what Ricky was doing. He knew he was in a rut. Obviously, it's the pros. You can always, and I'm not saying this was on the table by any stretch of the imagination, so no one take this out of context. But he thought he could have been cut. We have Blake Scott waiting in the wings. He was our backup last year. Blake's been really, really good. He's our backup tonight. And that pressure was getting to him because in pro hockey can change in a blink of an eye. But again, rebounding really, really well. I'll tell you this, 2 weeks ago on Sunday, he doesn't make that save to get us into a media timeout, does he?
No, and speaking of the media timeout and things changing quickly, has anything changed in the Fed in the last couple of minutes?
Well, the shots have changed. Motor City now leads the category 9-5 so far. Everything else has not really changed except for one score. Baton Rouge now has a 2-1 lead over Columbus. And, of course, it's still 2-1, Port Huron over Watertown. And our friends in Elmira, pump them up in the chat. They still have a 2-1 lead over those pesky Wabbits.
And Motor City has the 1-0 lead over Binghamton, thanks to Roman Gaudet. His 7th of the year put the Rockers on the board. Draw will come to the left of Ricky Gonzalez in the Motor City zone. Fletcher ties up Kuhn on the draw. Binghamton controls it. Back to the point, Anderson. Shot banks off the boards wide. Fletcher controls it behind the net to Walters. At the blue line, shot off the far boards. Picked up by Ray. Right back to the point, Anderson. Shot bounces on net. Hit the chest of Gonzalez, and it's sent to safety all the way back in the Binghamton end.
Ricky is seeing the puck in. Guys are playing more confident in front of him. That was going to be my final point about Ricky and Trevor, right? We know guys freelance, right, in front of Trevor. Trevor erased mistakes. Guys are getting confident with Ricky between the pipes. They're starting to freelance a little bit for him. Everyone's on the same page. It doesn't seem like there's much of a drop-off, and this is a big stage to show it right now.
It's been a good first 12 minutes for Ricky and the Rockers. See if they can finish out this period strong. 7:49 to go, first period. 1-0 Rockers on the Roman Gaudet goal. Puck in the offensive zone. Ivashkin picks it up for Binghamton. Shot gets deflected wide off the back wall. Motor City in their own zone. Flips it to neutral ice on the Rocker logo. Weber picks it up to the near side.
Motor City's doing a great job getting the puck out to center, dictating the pace of play.
Fields, right wing circle, shot, and he missed just wide of the net. Binghamton looking for the breakout along the near boards. Uturo just a bit offside, and a big hit on the boards. And hey, again, it has a little bit, maybe not quite a playoff atmosphere, but it has a little bit of a big fight feel here in Big Boy Arena.
Oh my, if you want a welcome to the league moment for Andrew Uturo, he just got one from Devon Fields. Devon Fields just said, hey, this is Big Boy hockey. We play at Big Boy Arena for a reason. You're going to feel the boards up here. And he did. That's why he got chased after that hit. You could hear that all the way up here.
And it goes right to Fields off the draw. Turns it over. Gavin Yates has it poked away at the blue line. Battling for it on long board. The linesman nearly gets tied up in the scrum. Conway gets help from Svintsov. Still on the far wall.
I mean, if the linesman wants to soccer a puck, we won't say no.
I don't think he was a willing participant. Where did that puck go?
I think
it went under the Zamboni door?
I think it got trapped.
I think that's a first this year.
That is a first. And that door's actually absorbed some hits.
There's a little bit of a lip there. I don't know if you can see on the feed, but there is probably a puck-sized lip right behind the net to our right. Yeah. Draw in the Rockers zone. Picked up by Thompson and Binghamton. Centering feed. Doesn't have a home. Conway. His pass is knocked away. Binghamton controlling it once again. They've started to settle in a bit.
Yeah, Binghamton, again, they're on the road. They are a different team, but you're right. They're settling in, getting into their motions, trying to beat the forechecking pressure, and it's still not working, though.
Koash to Conway, right wing circle on the backhand shot, and it's petted away. The rebound goes wide. Motor City about to go on the man advantage. Gonzalez to the bench. 6-on-5 until Binghamton touches it. Win. Left point, pressured on the puck, sent to the corner, and Weber touches it. And with 6:17 to go in the first, period. Motor City gets a chance to add on to their 1-0 lead as Binghamton is going down a man.
It's nice being at home, isn't it? It's just nice.
Well, just the way that the game had been going, it'd been physical, and Yates picks up the first infraction. He goes to the Kowalski meat locker. Kowalski, the official hot dog of the Motor City Rockers, and that brings up the Genesis Credit Union Power Play. Learn how Genesis can put more money in your pocket and become one of its over 200,000 members at genesiscu.com or visit any of their convenient locations near you. So Yates goes to the box for 2 minutes, 6:17 to go, and Motor City has a prime opportunity to go up 2-0.
Well, it's elbowing on Yates, so that is the official word from the scorer's table.
Binghamton tied up the draw. Motor City comes away with it. Colton on the left wing circle, sends across. Koash searching back, and the shot from Colton goes wide. Delaney into the corner. Battles for it along the near boards. Back up top, Giuliano, right wing circle, doesn't have a lot around him. Fanned on the pass, but then overskated by Thompson. Motor City keeps possession. 25 seconds into the Yates elbowing minor. Colton, left wing circle. Bottom of the circle feed, gets tipped right back from Delaney. Up top, that's Mike Wynn. Far circle, and a patient approach from Motor City. Back to Wynn. Backhand feed to Colton. Gaudet replaces him in the left circle. Far wing to Wynn. Battles in front of that. Colton breaks the twig. Had a one-timer set up on a tee, and, well, the stick couldn't hold up.
It is warm enough for golf, so there is that.
It is warm outside indeed. 57 seconds to go in the Yates minor penalty. Motor City trying to set up another rush. They lead it 1-0 here in the first period over Binghamton, the leaders in the Empire Division.
Well, here's the funny thing. So that last line that was out there was our starting line, right? They now changed it actually to a power play line. Gullo's going to be the extra attacker. So there's only one defenseman. It's Jamie Milam. But it's, again, that's why that line is so special. We got giddy when they got announced as a starting lineup. For that reason, you're not dropping off regular 5-on-5 or power play.
24 seconds until we're back to full-strength hockey. Motor City looking for one final rush back in their own zone. Koash slides to the far wing, racing. Conway around the boards. Svinsoff picks it up and gives back to Milam. 10 seconds to go in the Yates minor penalty. Back to Milam. On the point, far side, Koash surveys the scene. Final couple of seconds tick off. Gullo has it. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey.
Oh, no.
Look out! Gavin Yates, breakaway, out of the box, forehand, makes the move, scores, man. And we're tied at 1.
Ricky did everything he could.
Right out of a power play where Rockers sustained pressure, and at the wrong time, puck slides out of the zone as soon as Gavin Yates comes out of the penalty box. He had essentially a shootout goal and a very shifty move from Yates. Nuts in his 14th of the year, and we're tied at 1.
It's just one of those things, right? I mean, Ricky did everything he could. Just got deked and juked out of his shorts. But again, he went down. He didn't commit too early, didn't commit too late. It was just a fantastic play from Gavin Yates.
.48 to go, first period. 1-1 here in period 1. Kuhn, clean win off the draw, back to Ryan Rotundi. Diagonal dump in is picked up. Oh, it looked like a second baseman there as McAnima will freeze it, and with 4 minutes to go in the period, we should be going to our final media timeout. Ben, let's check in what's going around the league, updates and shots on goal, and anything else you can find.
Well, shots on goal starting to tighten up. Motor City still has the advantage, though, 10-8. They've been leading the whole way. Not leading on the scoreboard, though. Gavin Yates is going to get an assist from Jesse Anderson on that goal. Of course, we know Roman Gaudet got the scoring started. TJ Delaney, though, got the apple on that goal. Still across the league, nothing else has changed. Elmira has a 2-1 lead over Danbury. Port Huron has a 2-1 lead at McMorran Place over Watertown. And the Zydeco playing some really sweet music right now, having a 2-1 lead over the River Dragons. And, of course, it's 1-1 here.
Iconic Goaltending has clinics all over Metro Detroit for young goaltenders looking to improve their game. Information on private lessons, team skates, and performance analysis can be found at iconicgoaltending.com. You see him across the crossbar here at Big Boy Arena. Right now, a very tightly played game. Gavin Yates buries the breakaway to answer the Roman Gaudet goal. And both sides getting a big blow in here in the early going.
Yeah, both these teams definitely know what's on the line. They know, obviously, you want to keep the lead. You want to keep Motor City at bay. That's what, Brent Yarwood is, telling people. Or, he's telling his team, you can't let Motor City back into it. This is why it's the playoff push, right? If the playoff push, it begins now. We want to be the first team. We were talking with Brooks Hill, the play-by-play guy of Binghamton. He was saying, look, home ice is going to be big in the first round. No team wants to lose it. We both want to hold on to it. So, yeah, and this game has had every bit of that feel tonight.
Liam Anderson in his own zone for Binghamton. And again, Motor City pressures in the Binghamton zone. Holt, backhand feed, picked off. Black Bears going the other way. Kirkby into the offensive zone. Backhand pass slides into the corner. Binghamton keeps it. Anderson just inside the blue line. Shot kicked away by Gonzalez to the far boards. Into the left wing circle. Black Bear goes down. A Rocker's going to the box, and Binghamton is going on the power play.
Yeah, it's going to be Kuhn for either interference or tripping. Take your pick. He's got to stick near the skates and went down.
Headed to the box for Motor City, Adam Kuhn. And that sends us to the Insight Healthcare penalty kill. Not feeling yourself? Visit one of Insight's locations all across Southeast Michigan for all your medical needs and get some insight into your health today. 2 minutes to go on the board for Kuhn with 3:30 left to go in the first period. Binghamton trying to break this 1-1 tie in this opening frame.
Yeah, top two power play units in the league. The first one went 0 for 1. Let's see what number 2 does.
Kirkby on the near wall. Gets back to the point. Bone returns to Kirkby. Walks it in around a defender. Shot, and it's lifted by the stick. Up and out of play. Just 21 seconds into the man advantage for Binghamton. We'll get another draw in the Rocker zone.
He's another one of those guys. Tyson Kirkby is not a guy. We've talked about it with Dalton J, right? You don't want a guy like that in between the hashes or a guy walking his way into the hashes. Make it hard for him. Got just around a couple of guys way too easy. You got to throw a shoulder in there.
Kirkby, the leading scorer for Binghamton, 21 on the season, was denied 22 by Ricky Gonzalez. Clean win to Bone. One-timer, and it goes high and wide. Koash off the glass, gets it past the outstretched stick of Thompson, and it'll slide all the way down to the Black Bear zone. 1:24 to go, first period. 1:24 to go in the man advantage, 2:50 to go in the period. Into the offensive zone. Bottom of the left wing circle. Has it on the blade, sent back up to Bone. Returns to Yates, picked off. Svintsoff down the near side. He was fighting the puck a bit, and he'll have to settle for a dump in and kill some more time off the Kuhn penalty.
Yeah, he looked for a back pass. That wasn't there. Decided just to dump it in and complete a line change.
53 seconds to go in the Rockers penalty kill. Puck just sitting there, coming up, feeding it to Kirkby. To the left wing circle, shot from point blank, goes wide of the net. Sent out of the Rockers zone, and Binghamton has to touch up. Giuliano pressuring the puck on the far boards. Yates over the red line, now the blue. Fields gets him to the boards, and that hit maybe didn't knock Yates off his footing, but got the puck into neutral ice. 14 seconds to go until we're back to 5-on-5 hockey. 2-on-2 going the other way. Koash with speed, trying to work around the defender on the backhand, spins around, and he'll at least kill the final few seconds of the penalty. Kuhn back out of the box. 85 seconds left to go until the first intermission.
Yeah, big kill there. Got a power play pelt. You got a bear pelt on the scoreboard as well. So far, so good.
Svintsoff pinned to the far boards by Fletcher. A couple of Rockers trying to dig it out. Bounces off Conway. Pass hits his stick, but it's Binghamton that comes away with it. Ray had it knocked away. 1 minute to go, first period. Binghamton forces the turnover. Fletcher, right wing circle, feed to the middle, gets knocked away by a rocker. Back to the point. Shot gets deflected. Oh boy, there's a lot of net. Just not enough reaction time for Anderson.
No, good little baby toe save there by Gonzalez. Motor City better clear.
40 seconds left to go, and the Black Bears working downhill the latter half of this period. Gonzalez snags that one out of midair, and we'll get a face-off and a draw in the Rockers' end.
Well, and here's the funny thing. This is why Motor City is a top 4 team in the league, right? We're just going to look at the stats really quick. Like I said, number 1 on the power play. Binghamton, number 2. Penalty kill, Binghamton, number 2 in the league. Motor City, number 3.
Special teams plays a big role.
Yeah.
It's just taking advantage of your opportunities, and both teams have done a pretty solid job at it. Final half minute to go in this first period. Anderson in his own end, he is perfectly fine with waiting to set up the breakout. It's 20 seconds and time for one final rush. Bank pass along the near boards. Thompson tips it in deep. Giuliano escorts it along the boards. Down to 6 seconds. Fields, if they hurry, might be able to get one shot off. Giuliano, clapper from the blue line, fielded between the legs, and we will head to the second period, tied at 1. Up and down first period. Both sides took turns controlling the play, but Ben, that was a pretty fun first 20 minutes.
Really has. Can't really fault either team. Both teams playing well. Motor City playing well on the forecheck. Binghamton doing a better job beating that forecheck, and it took them, though, a while to do that. They were able to break it. It's always been one of those things that's give and take. That's why I brought up the special team stats. You're not going to win this game on special teams. You need to win this game how Motor City's been attacking, shooting pucks on net, getting deflections, and trying to just go. Because, again, great goal by Roman Gaudet. The puck just came out 10 feet in front of the net, stepped into it, rifled an easy one, right? That's not going to happen all the time. You're going to need to get a goal that was taken away by, Koash Stickler. It's just a little too high, but you need some of that, right? You need those goals. McAnima is a very good goaltender, one of the best in the league. Trevor Babin, who will be back tomorrow night, same thing. It's going to be those dirty goals that are going to win you this series, and I think both teams know it because Motor City is clogging up the middle, and so far Binghamton's leaving the middle still a little open, trusting McAnima to make and erase some mistakes.
Absolutely. As Ben said, it was Gaudet and Yates that scored for their respective sides, and we will step aside. 1-1 game, a fun first period. Hope you stick with us for the second. You're watching Motor City Rockers hockey here on the Rockers Media Network. Lasting Impression Promotional Marketing is the official merchandise provider of the Motor City Rockers. This family-owned Michigan business is conveniently located in Canton, Michigan. Looking for corporate branding with excellent value at an economical price? Check out Lasting Impressions at liteam.com. That's liteam.com, a proud partner of your Motor City Rockers. And your Motor City Rockers are tied at 1 aside. Roman Gaudet for the Rockers, Gavin Yates for the Binghamton Black Bears. It was a fun first period. Brady Beaton alongside Ben Zalagi. And Ben, I have to imagine we're going to get a lot of the same in the middle frame.
Yeah, I definitely think we will. I mean, these two teams going back and forth, trading jabs, and really, Gavin Yates' goal, it was a perfect play by Jesse Anderson, just clearing the puck right in time. Other than that, it's catching Motor City flat-footed. Motor City's been bailing at the right time, playing really staunch defense, and again, mucking up the middle. All the shots are coming from the outside except for that breakaway. Ricky Gonzalez is building confidence. He's playing very, very well. So far today has made 10 saves out of 11, so still looking pretty good, looking solid, building off what he did last weekend. I think if you keep following the course, keep following the plan of attack, keep peppering McAnima, you can really start taking a lead against the Black Bears. And if Motor City just sticks to that game plan, they can do it. This game has been clean. It's been back and forth. It is what you expect from the top two teams in the Empire Division.
Well, we were talking during the break, and that was probably the best period the Rockers have played in a while. And, yeah, they've had some games where they've dominated lesser competition, but that was a very solid period from Motor City. Again, the one goal was bad timing. The puck got fed to center ice as soon as Yates got out of the box, and, well, he's going to bury those opportunities. Besides that, Motor City played pretty well, and I'm really hoping we see an encore performance here in the second period.
Yeah, and again, to your point, Brady, this is probably the best we've seen them because we haven't really seen them at home. That's one thing. The other thing, when they've been on the road, they played Danbury tough. Danbury's always going to be a very tough team, defending champs and all that. Played Carolina tough here at home. It was a 3-2 loss. Unfortunately, it was the mistake that allowed Schnapp to get basically a breakaway goal, and that's why we lost that game back in the middle of December. So, yeah, I mean, right now Motor City's playing the best that it has played, has some really good opportunities. Unfortunately, with a stick maybe being a half inch too high, it really should be Motor City 2-1. So, again, build off what you did in the first period, play emboldened, play loose, and get a let's hunt some bears. Let's get a bear pelt. Why not? Haven't got one yet.
Motor City looking to retake the lead. They go left to right. Binghamton right to left. 20 minutes on the board for the second period. It's Tyson Kirkby. It's Jonathan Giuliano at the center ice dot. We are ready to go for period number.
I was going to say, you have the waitress asking if you want something. Could you imagine having like a whiskey sour or something during a broadcast, Brady?
I am a professional, and I would not.
I don't think you're a whiskey sour guy, though, are you?
You'd be surprised.
Ooh.
Second period underway. Binghamton in their own zone. Daniel Stone behind his own net. Long feed to the near side for Yates. Rink-wide pass hits off the stick of Bone. Chases after it in the Rockers' end. Behind the goal line. Pass gets broken up by Josh Colton of Motor City. Uturo. Far wing for Daniel Stone, chipped into the corner. Wynn pins the man to the boards. Far corner, Motor City looking to send it up and out. They're able to do so. Delaney got it over the blue line, not much further than that. Yates takes it away, horseshoes it around the boards. Uturo on the far wall. Centers, Yates out in front, pass right side, shot, scores! Tic-tac-toe passing, and just 44 seconds into period number 2. It is the newest Black Bear, Andrew Uturo, that gives Binghamton the lead.
Well, the Granville High School product. Of course, he's from Wyoming, Michigan, just outside of Grand Rapids. Again, there's nothing you can do to stop that except get a stick in the middle, and that was a great pass by Yates. Yates was able to just feather that puck right on through. Leaves a wide open goal for Andrew. Andrew buried it.
Started with the turnover just outside the Binghamton end. And the Black Bears take all the momentum to start the second period. Svinsoff to Conway, left wing circle, backhands in deep. Motor City for the first time tonight chasing a goal.
Again, Yates is another one of those guys, right? Just as a guy who's been with the team for 2 years, plays well, plays tough. makes the right play. Really sweet passers we just saw. Just got to get those sticks in those passing lanes.
At center ice, Finsoff takes it away from Binghamton. Far side, Conway trying to settle the puck down, retreats to his own blue line. Diagonal pass finds Finsoff. He puts on the brakes on the near wall. Shot gets deflected back between the blue lines, and Delaney will have to pick it up. Tim Delaney, that is. As he sends to Milam. A pass. Kuhn, I believe, got a fingertip on it. Icing waved off.
Yeah, we called him the original Delaney. He was here first.
He was the first Delaney here. Turnover in the neutral zone. Motor City has to touch up. Gullo banks off the near boards right in front of the Rocker bench. A lot of jousting between the blue lines after that Binghamton goal. Both sides looking to take control of play right now.
Yeah, Motor City definitely looking like they're on their heels. Haven't gotten right. It seems like they did get punched in the face. How do they answer?
Gullo shot, and it's knocked away by McAnima. Slides right of the net, chasing after it, Walters. Turned it over. Delaney, feed. Giuliano pushes it just wide of the net. Man. Motor City keeps possession. Rotundi swing and a miss, strike one, and Binghamton heading the other way. Smith can't get it past Rotundi, and Motor City sends it to neutral ice. 7:25 to go, second period. The Andrew Utero goal has given Binghamton the lead here in the middle frame. Up the far side, Anderson. On the half wall, gives up, right corner. Puck comes back to him. He's battling. Binghamton looking for somewhere to send it. The back-checking pressure of Motor City has been all over it since the goal.
Ooh.
Shot misses wide, bounces off the back of the net. In the Rocker zone. Bottom of the left wing circle. Pass knocked behind the net. Motor City on their heels right now. Sustained pressure from Binghamton. Fletcher gives back to Stone. Far side for Anderson. Can't find the net. Fields trying to chip it off the glass. Didn't have enough steam on it to take it over the blue line. One touch pass from Giuliano to Delaney. He skates it into the zone only for a moment. Stone picks his pocket. White sweaters working the other way. Ray gets knocked off the puck, and Mike Wynn throwing the body around a little bit.
I think you got to get a little physical with these guys. I think that's how you got to change the momentum. Right now, everyone in white sweaters is buzzing. Motor City still struggling to get some semblance of a battle rhythm going right now.
Haven't really brought it out of the locker room since the intermission. Svinsoff, he's battling Daniel Stone in the far corner. Conway comes away with it. Pass slides all the way to Colton. Shot gets patted away out in front. Banked off the far wall. Wynn keeps it in for the moment, but Binghamton flips it over all three lines. Chasing after it, Gavin Yates. It was the combo of Wynn and Colton that denied him. Touched at the blue line. In deep, Motor City will go off for a change. Utero, the latest goal scorer for Binghamton, centers to Yates, skates past Kuhn on the far hash mark. He ran out of room. Beautiful defensive play by Josh Colton.
Yeah, Colton's played really good when he's been on the ice the past couple of games, riding a goal streak as well. Just doing a good job, though, back pressuring that slot, making sure no one can get a clean shot in between the hashes.
Binghamton working downhill once again. Austin Thompson to the far side. Utero, his shot is swallowed up, and exactly 5 minutes into the second period, 2-1, Binghamton on top. That'll send us to our media timeout. Ben, what's going on around the Fed? And I have to imagine the shots aren't pretty here in the second period for the Rockers.
Well, it's not bad. It's 2-1 in favor of Binghamton, which means we're tied overall at 13. Of course, the score is still 2-1 thanks to Andrew Utero's first professional goal being the difference. Our friends in Elmira, they're hunting wabbits, and they have 3 pelts to 1, so they have a lead right now over Danbury. Port Huron doing the same work that the River Sharks are doing. They have a 3-1 lead over the Wolves as well, and the Zydeco playing that sweet heavenly music still has a 2-1 lead over the Columbus River Dragons.
It's some interesting games going on in the Fed so far tonight. I mean, Elmira, hey, they have to have figured it out. They went to McMorran and had a solid weekend last time.
Yep.
Baton Rouge with the lead over Columbus in Columbus, and Then Port Huron, hey, that's the one game that's going how I probably would have predicted outside of these four walls.
Oh, 100%. I mean, we said, in the pregame that this was going to be the premier series of the weekend. Of course, Blue Ridge having the weekend off. Same thing with our friends in Mississippi. They have the night off as well. But, yeah, I mean, as of right now, Elmira's pulling the shocker. And if they can still keep, again, to quote Elmer Fudd, hunting wabbits, we'll take it.
Motor City takes the draw in their own zone. Hopefully out of the timeout they have a little more rhythm to them. Binghamton was the better team for the first 5 minutes of the second period. Milam in the far corner. Tips it around, nearly out in front, back to the point. Swing and a miss from Anderson. Strike two, goes back in between the blue lines. Able to keep the pressure on for the moment. It seems like whenever Motor City has it, they give it right back. 2-on-1. Avashkin, right hash marks, backhand pass, and it's denied by Gonzalez. Just got enough of the right pad on it.
2 baby toe saves for Ricky tonight. So all you got to do is get a piece on it.
Conway at his own blue line. Tries to work around the defender. Lost the puck. Weber takes it away. Right back, Conway. Rink wide feed to no one in particular. Avashkin for Binghamton into the offensive zone on the backhand. Works around the defender in the crease, and it's poked away by Gonzalez. Binghamton has had pressure all period long. Yaturo broke the 1-1 tie in the opening minute. Right wing circle, shot goes high and wide off the glass, and it'll ring all the way back into the Binghamton zone. 13:41 to go, second period, 2-1 Black Bears.
I was going to say, one thing that I've noticed, when Motor City's defenders have made a mistake, Binghamton's capitalized. When Binghamton's defenders near the neutral zone make a mistake, they're able to recover. Right now, that's been the difference.
Well, we talked about it with the special teams in the first period, taking advantage of your opportunities. Binghamton sure doing that right now. Rockers wanted a holding call. They're not going to get it. Logar has it poked away at the blue line. Pass doesn't make it through some white sweaters. Rotundi takes it in the offensive zone. He goes down. Arm goes up. Rockers going on the power play for the second time tonight, tripping the call. And with 13:11 to go in the second period, a prime opportunity for Motor City to even this one up at 2-a-side.
Yeah, definitely got almost a knee-on-knee there. Fletcher thinking, should have been incidental, and if it is incidental, guess what? It's interference. So you're going to go to the box either way, but it gets us our second power play opportunity.
Absolutely. Fletcher going to the Kowalski meat locker. Kowalski, the official hot dog of the Motor City Rockers. And that takes us to the Genesis Credit Union power play. Learn how Genesis can put more money in your pocket and become one of its 210,000 members at genesiscu.com or visit a location near you. 13:11 to go, second period, 2-1 Black Bears on top, and Motor City, second time on the man advantage, trying to take advantage of the opportunity. Tie up on the draw. Binghamton hits it along the back wall, chasing to the near side, Austin Thompson. He'll send it all the way down to safety, a clear in the opening few moments of this power play.
Not what you like to see. You want to keep some offensive pressure, especially with the face-off in the zone, but Motor City turning the ice rather quickly.
Delaney, pass hit off the skate of Giuliano, couldn't control it. Have to reset back in their own zone. Black Bear down a stick. It's 5-on-3.5 right now. And it's poked away and sent all the way down to safety. Austin Thompson did the dirty work. 40 seconds already elapsed in the Fletcher tripping minor. And Motor City hasn't had a good look on net. Thompson forces another turnover. How about the penalty kill that man's having?
Doing a good job, almost killing it by himself. Everyone's just watching.
Along the far walls, Finsoff takes the feed, skates over the blue line, leaves back to Finsoff, left wing circle, near the wall, sends to Conway at the point. Shot on net is patted away. No one there for Motor City to try to tap in the rebound. 52 seconds to go in the man advantage for Motor City. 12 minutes to go in the second period.
Yeah, I mean, you would have liked Koash to maybe cheat down a little bit for the rebound, but he was also waiting for a pass that did not come.
Svinsoff hands back to Milam, gets flipped up in the air. Koash watches it to the tape of his stick. 35 seconds left to go on what has proven to be an unfruitful man advantage. Milam, rink-wide feed, broken up before it can find Declan Conway's stick.
Yates saw that one all the way in like a middle linebacker over the middle of the defense, just picked off the pass.
One final rush. Gullo skates it in himself, has it poked away. Left wing circle, shot, scores! Jamie Milam puts it in a scoop can, and it's 2-2. Rockers and Binghamton tied up.
Well, power plays might be the difference tonight, Brady. I'm not even gonna act like that's you need one of those to get back into the game. Now you can win 5-on-5. Big goal there.
That was about 100 seconds of clinic tape penalty kill and 8 seconds of a lapse, and Jamie Milam gets his 9th of the season to knot this one up at 2. How about that for the Motor City Rockers? Jamie Milam, and another penalty going up on the board for Binghamton. No, it's going to be 4-on-4 for Binghamton. They're getting Dakota Bone. And for Motor City, I'm not quite sure who they're going to take. Ben, did you see what it was? Because I didn't see anything.
No, and I just wanted to make sure Gullo was the one who was going to get the assist. That's what I was looking at. I'm looking at the replay after that. It could be some John back and forth.
Oh, no, he was saying number 4. So Motor City, after converting on the power play, is going right back on the man advantage. They're going to get boned for a hook. Back on the Genesis Credit Union power play. Would you look at that? How about this opportunity for the Motor City Rockers?
Well, people here at Big Boy Arena know it's big because they're starting to chant, "Let's go Rockers."
Roman Gaudet over the blue line, leaves for Delaney along the near boards. Sends it back around. Delaney had it tipped away. Wynn swipes at it, barely keeps it in the zone. Feed, Colton between the circles. Shot is deflected by Weaver. He sacrificed the body for that one. 30 seconds into the second man advantage for Motor City here in the period. At the point, Wynn. Quick feed, far side, rink-wide pass, Colton. He centers at the point, dissecting the defense to the far corner, and Delaney takes his time over to Wynn, controls it. This is a much more fluid power play that the Rockers have. One-touch pass returns to Wynn. Right inside the blue line. Leaves far side for Colton. Shot, and it's deflected wide of the net. Binghamton gets what they desperately needed, a clear. Gonzalez thought about a stretch pass, trying to beat the line change. He thought better of it.
Yeah, and you know what? I like that. It takes a nice measured approach by Ricky. Got caught a little flat-footed a couple of times, overplaying his position. That was a smart play. I appreciate that.
40 seconds to go in the power play for Motor City. Halfway through the second period, we're all tied up at 2. Brady Beaton alongside Ben Zalagi. Thank you so much for making us a part of your Friday night. Another clear for Binghamton. And Motor City, let's see if they can beat the buzzer one more time on the power play.
Well, it worked last time. Why not?
Koash uses speed into the offensive zone. Bottom of the left wing circle, puts on the break, give back up top. Taking their time. Far side shot out in front. It'll go to neutral ice, and Binghamton will, in all likelihood, kill their first penalty here in the second period. Right wing circles. Finsoff fires wide of the net. Back to 5-on-5. Hockey Bone out of the net. Conway had it poked away. Binghamton working the other way. Pass to Jesse Anderson. He couldn't soccer it to himself. And they send back to the Binghamton zone. 9 minutes to go, second period, 2-2 game. Win to Conway. Backhand feed, and the shot is knocked away. Wells had a good look from the top of the left wing circle.
Man, Wells had a great look. Better shoulder prayer of his save by McAnamaugh. I thought he beat him.
8:45 to go. Boy, has this been a high-flying game. Feed to Holt, hops over the stick. He had a step on the defender. In the corner, a battle for it. Bodies being thrown around. Binghamton comes away with it. Yates skates over to Liam Anderson. Right side, and the shot hits off of Gonzalez. Bodies flying everywhere on the ice in front of Ricky. Rink wide feed, no one there, just trying to send it to safety and get what they can and a change. Gaudet throwing the body around. Hey, a little tighter checking game. You can feel the energy as Yates, goes over the right shoulder of Ricky Gonzalez, and just like that, Binghamton back up on top 3-2.
Oh, Yates is feeling good. Taunted a Rocker fan. That's always classy.
And Gavin Yates makes it 15 on the year. And Binghamton back on top. Wasn't even a whistle in between the two goals. .804 to go, second period, 3-2 Binghamton. Yates with his second of the night. On the draw, Delaney slides it in deep. Bone to the near side. Connor Smith picks it up. Working up and out of the defensive zone. Binghamton sent back to neutral ice. Stone controls it. Chips it in deep. Wynn working to Gaudet. Shot goes high and wide of the net. Smith, top of the left wing circle. Shot goes wide again. Out in front, battle for it. Gonzalez will cover it up. And with 7:25 to go in the middle period, Binghamton has the 3-2 lead. We'll take a media timeout. Ben, there have been a lot of action since our last look at the shots on goal, and I'm sure something else has happened somewhere else in the Fed.
Yeah, shots on goal favoring Motor City as of right now, 6-5 overall, 18-16. Of course, Gavin Yates getting the latest goal, getting the assist, number 16, Liam Anderson, who made that pass as he was getting hit, by the way, so credit him for keeping his head up. But Elmira still keeping pace with Danbury. 4-2 now, the River Sharks doubling up the Wabbits, but guess what? The Wolves have come to hunt some cats out at McMorran Place. It is a 3-3 tie. Watertown coming back down 2 goals to tie up the game. Speaking of tying up a game, the 2-1 lead has been erased. The Columbus getting a goal. It is now 2-2 down in Columbus, Georgia.
Tight games all around the Fed. So if you've chosen to watch us, whether we're on YouTube, where most people watch us, you can see us on Facebook, X, Rumble, I guess is the newest craze out there. We're on that as well. Wherever you're watching us from, thank you so much for letting us be a part of your weekend activities. I hope you join us tomorrow where it is First Responders Night. Yep. And Ben, it's another opportunity to get a specialty jersey. And I know you have some numbers on how the first couple of nights went. Rockers doing some good in the community. Yeah,
the Rockers, of course, the first time we had a specialty jersey, it was Ugly Sweater Night. We were able to donate $1,500 to the Advancing Macomb cause. Of course, we're here in Macomb County. We're able to donate money there. And then Freddie the Pizza Man, his philanthropy for autism awareness, well, those specialty jerseys, everyone did a great job bidding on those. We were able to donate $2,000 to Freddie's Foundation.
Puck sitting in the crease. We'll have a whistle. Whether we have a penalty or not, I do not know.
No, they're going to say it's incidental.
But anytime your goalie goes down, going to have to always like to see the guys come to defense. But no, it's an awesome opportunity. That auction will be live through 11:59 Sunday. Yep. So make sure to get those bids in. The last two, again, fans showed out, did a great job. But speaking of Freddie the Pizza Man, I'm going to be coming up from the south tomorrow. I think I might have a little bit of time in between my afternoon obligation and here. I think I might have to stop and get it for the first time because I've never had it.
I was going to say, you're in for a treat. I actually listened to one of our friends we had met last summer, Blake. You remember Blake?
Oh, yeah.
Recommended Moot's Pizza in Detroit off Library right near Woodward. You want a good slice there. That's a good one, too.
Big hit behind the boards, and we're getting a lot of action.
Oh, there's going to be an extra.
Now an extra hit.
Dakota Bone's going to go in. He's trying to say, like, no, but you're going to get the guy retaliating, and if he's not careful, he might get 2 minutes added on. Whoa, hang on now.
And we'll see what we get. Wells coming to the aid of his cohort.
No. Okay.
Let's see what sorted out. Bones in the Kowalski meat locker again. Let you know Kowalski is the official hot dog of the Motor City Rockers.
I was saying no because we know sometimes things can get heated. Do not want Wells in the box, and he's not going.
Don't bail out Binghamton because this is a avoidable penalty. We'll go back on the Genesis Credit Union power play. Again, Genesis can show you how they're going to put more money in your pocket. Become one of their over 210,000 members by going to genesiscu.com or visit one of their locations near you. 6:56 to go, second period. Binghamton 3, Motor City 2. Rockers chasing a goal as 2 minutes go on the board for Dakota Bone, his second penalty of the period. Gaudet off the draw, had it poked away to the far board. Kirkby flips it all the way down the ice, and Gonzalez comes out of the net to play it.
Ricky, you can tell, is playing with a lot more confidence tonight. He's doing things that he's more comfortable in his game with, which is what? Playing the puck, allowing the breakout, leading the breakout from a goaltender position.
Wynn tends it in deep. McAnima behind the bench, sends back to the far wing. One-touch pass into the corner. Returns up top. Near side feed to Delaney. Returns to Wynn at the point. Fakes the shot. Pass left wing circle. Colton fires, and it's gloved out of midair by Connor McAnima. 1:22 left to go in the man advantage. 6:18 to go in the period.
I was going to say, you had a guy last year in Forget, right, who was a guy who was bouncing between many leagues, including the Fed, here in Binghamton. McAnima, it's like Purdue basketball. They get these like 6'7" centers from cornfields, you know. They just grow goaltenders apparently in New York. Who would have thought?
They got some big ones out there.
They got some good goaltenders out there.
Koash gives to Milam left side. Motor City controlling the pace of this power play. Milam fakes the slap shot, controls the puck. One touch. Gullo trying to cause chaos out in front. Saved by McAnima and sent down the ice. Midway through the Bone minor penalty as Motor City puts on the rush. Conway kicks it to his own stick to Koash. Slides down deep. Conway pinned to the boards. Couple of white, couple of black jerseys battle for it. Coming away was Weber. On the near side, Koash waits for the puck to slide to him. Far side, Milam lets one go. It's tipped just wide of the net. A lot of traffic out in front. 33 seconds left to go in the man advantage. Rockers chasing a goal here in the second period. Milam, far side, finds Koash. Right wing circle right off the chest of McAnima. Did a nice job cutting down that angle.
Yes, Finsoff doing a better job keeping it in. This attack is still going.
Gullo, left side, shot doesn't make it to McAnima. Binghamton desperately trying to clear. Motor City keeps it in. 10 more seconds of 5-on-4 hockey. Colton, right wing circle, shot just wide of the net. Gullo picks it up looking for the wraparound. Will get a whistle, and the net came off the moorings.
That was intentional.
And with 4 seconds left to go in the man advantage, it'll be one more draw for a quick opportunity to get a shot on net. But it is time for our third and final media timeout of the second period. 4:59 to go in the middle frame. 3-2 Binghamton on top. Ben, you know the drill by now.
Yeah, Motor City added to the shot on goal total. They added 3, so that increases their lead overall. Right now in the second period, leading 9-5. Overall, 21-16. And guess what? Nothing is, well, actually one thing has changed. Columbus has woken up. They now have a lead. It's a 3-2 lead over to Zydeco down in Georgia. Still 3-3 at McMorran Place between Watertown and Port Huron. And the River Sharks still thrashing with that 4-2 lead over Danbury.
Now, real quick, while we have a second, you know, working this job, you have to miss a few things, working a lot of weekends. So right now, I want to just take a moment, missing a special birthday dinner. My grandma turned 80 this week.
Congratulations,
so,
Grandma.
Yeah, she's 80 years old, and she's still going strong. So I was able to see her, but just wanted to tell Grandma Nancy, hey, happy birthday. I'm sorry I had to miss the dinner, but, well, if there's a game to miss it for, this has been a fun one.
Well, that is the downside to our jobs. We work nights, we work weekends, we work holidays, but I'm sure, you know, Grandma appreciates it. Did you take Grandma out to like a nice like lunch or dinner during the week?
I brought her some gourmet cupcakes for lunch today.
There you go.
I did get to see her and did get to talk to her. So happy 80th birthday to Grandma Nancy, and hopefully the Rockers can bring home a win for you. They trail 3-2 right now. Still 4 seconds left to go in a man advantage. 4:59 left in the middle period.
What kind of cupcakes? Chocolate,
there was a variety.
Oh, yeah. Oh, nice.
There was a variety. Back to 5-on-5 hockey.
Trying to make your siblings look bad. I see how it is.
I'm an only child, so
there you go.
It's me and only me.
Well, maybe your imaginary friend that you grew up with. Who knows?
Yeah, some cousins have to step up.
There's that as well.
Binghamton had it for a moment. Motor City chasing a goal win in his own zone. Surveys the scene. Pressure comes from Ray. Over to Colton. Rink-wide pass, gets to the stick. Near side, Delaney. He'll skate it into the offensive zone along the near half wall. Poked away, Weber forces him along the boards. Win, backhand pass, taken away, and it's Binghamton on the attack once again, only until Kuhn catches the pop-up, sends it in the offensive zone. Weber poked away from behind. Wells dumps in deep. Kuhn chases after. A few rockers spill over the boards behind him. It's Fields and Rotundi. Deep in the offensive zone. Gullo's shot is patted away. Far side, Rotundi comes in from the far hash marks. A weak slap shot easily patted away by McAnima.
Man, that's 3 chances Nick Gullo should have gotten a goal, but somehow McAnima is just getting a pad on it. He's seeing it through, being in the right spot. Gullo's been robbed.
Since that second goal, Motor City controls play. Shot! Buried it! Ryan Rotundi was able to sneak it by McAnima, and we're locked up at 3 here in the second period.
Big goal there by Ryan, huh?
Number 1 of the year, and couldn't it have come at a better time? Man. Everyone was waiting for him to pass. He never did, and now an unlikely source knots us up at 3.
Well, that's the other thing. I don't think McAnima was like, I've read the scouting report. You don't. Oh, shoot. You do shoot. Okay.
McAnima got me so excited, got my voice to crack. It's tough to get that to happen. But Ryan Rotundi locks us up at 3 with 3:15 to go here in the second period. And both sides have taken turns. Buzzing. Conway in the offensive zone. Backhands it in deep. Stone picks it up to the near boards. So Rotundi will go in the books for an unassisted goal, and that's a big one.
It is a big one. It kind of erases that one from Yates coming out of the penalty box, right? 2 guys getting free walks into the offensive zone. You're still back, to even again. But a big goal there by Ryan. As you said, first of the year, first in now 18 games.
Well, and the other thing it does, it feels like it rewards you for the effort.
Yeah.
Motor City had a lot of constant play thanks to a couple of man advantages, and they couldn't bury it. And Rotundi didn't do anything special, put pucks on net, good things happen. It's what Binghamton trying to do right now. Shot missed high off the glass, slides into neutral ice. Bone, kept it over the blue line. Walks it in between the circles, drop pass in close, and it's knocked away by Gonzalez.
There you go. Just walk it, hold it. There you go. Don't rush it.
To center ice, Koash. But they're going to wave off icing, man. I don't know about you. I thought he was behind center ice.
No, Koash was on the proper side of the logo when he chipped that one.
It was close. Official all over it.
Well, we're at home. We'll take some.
Not going to complain about that.
Nope.
Play goes on. Hacky sack, Roman Gaudet to the offensive zone. Backhand swing and a miss. He gets put into the boards. Gaudet getting up but slowly.
Well, Walters just did a good job because Gaudet was trying to get a late center, and if Walters doesn't take him out the way he did, that's a goal.
Giuliano, left wing circle to Gullo, between the circles, and it's swallowed up by Connor McAnima. 1:23 to go, second period. Rockers 3, Binghamton 3.
Oh, Binghamton, every time they've taken the lead, and this is what's so big about tonight, right, and why we mentioned Binghamton's different on the road. They've taken a lead each time here in the second period. Motor City has been able to fight back. And I didn't say it, but I was thinking it. The last time that Motor City got a goal first, they let a game slip away against Binghamton. It was 8-1 as a final. Motor City showing, guess what? You're on our turf. We're not slinking away as they've peppered McAnima here in the second period.
And Wells going at it with Walters. And Wells has dropped the glove. Walters goes down to the ice. And we'll have a couple guys go into the box. You felt there was a little bit of tension, especially when 2 two good teams are going at it in a tight game, there's always going to be tension, and we'll have to sort it out.
Well, the gentleman agreement's off. We scratched Elias Thompson thinking, hey, there's not going to be any tussles. But Wells has been playing with an attitude for a while. He's been playing pretty well. Just because Elias Thompson is scratched does not mean we're not going to fight, as Tristan showed everyone there.
Well, let's see how this gets sorted out. Both Wells and Austin Thompson headed to the box, and Walters are headed to the box, and let's see if it's even up, if they go to 4-on-4, 5-on-5. I think that JT Walters, he's trying to make the case of, hey, I didn't do a whole lot. Why should I get the same punishment? I think that's the case he's trying to plead right now.
Yeah, but you still threw a couple of punches. That's the thing. You may not have started it, but you participated in it. I'm expecting 4-on-4 hockey for the remainder of the period.
And I'm going to guess it's even because the puck is sitting at neutral ice, so that means, well, I guess it would be 4-on-4 either way, even if it was 5-and-2 or 4-and-2, whatever they decide. So a lengthy explanation to the scorer's table.
Oh, we got to get some stuff straightened out.
4-on-4, so it looks like it will be 2 minutes aside, as JT Walters is in the Kowalski meat locker. Doesn't result in a power play, but he is in the meat locker. Kowalski is the official hot dog of the Motor City Rockers.
And make sure you don't make bad decisions. Like buying bad hot dogs. You want to get good hot dogs, you got to buy Kowalski.
And are they... Wells is going to the locker room. Now, there is no way he could have gotten out of the box early. He could have decided to do that, or he got a misconduct.
I think he did that on his own.
Then no one shouldn't have to serve if he just goes to the locker room.
Well, there's that.
So I have to imagine there's a misconduct attached to it. Either way, 4-on-4 hockey, a little bit of open ice. That's bad news if you don't like Gavin Yates as he pushes one wide of the net. Svinsoff, far side, works into the corner. Yates pressured off the puck. Koash can't control it. Binghamton at their own blue line. Motor City up. Pass hits the backhand of Svinsoff. Offensive zone. Koash can't work around the defender. Dakota Bone stood tall, but the forecheck gives it right back to Motor City. Kosh in the corner, trying to work with a size disadvantage against Stone. 43 seconds left to go in the frame. Binghamton looking for the breakout. We will finish this period 4-on-4 hockey. Kirkby, far side, Yates, over to Bone between the circles, and he scores! Put it over the right pad of Ricky Gonzalez, and with 29 seconds to go in the second period, Binghamton is back out on front.
These guys got quick wrists, man. Let me tell you, Ray. I mean, you watch them when they're on the road, right? You think, wow, these guys in between 15 to 20 feet, they seem to be automatic. Seeing it in person, you understand why. These guys are just so quick with their release. They just beat any goaltender. If you even think of trying to be like, well, where do you think he's going with it? You're done. You're beat.
6 different Black Bears are in double figures for goals. That's Bone's 8th of the year. They can do it up and down the roster. Final 15 seconds, and the Black Bears looking for more. Anderson in the far corner, leaves it behind. Giuliano picks it up, 10 seconds. Rockers have a rush if they hurry. Fields over the blue line, leaves it for Delaney. Rink-wide feed behind Giuliano, 3 seconds left. They won't get a shot off, and we head to the third period. Binghamton 4, Motor City 3, a back-and-forth affair with Binghamton landing the final punch in the period. They'll take the lead into the final intermission.
Yeah, and that's the thing. You can't be discouraged by Dakota Bone's goal, right? You have to just say, you know what, we'll take it, we'll absorb it, we'll come out of the corner fighting after we get a swig of water and, open up the wounds a little bit to let the drainage out. It's really been that much of a back-and-forth fight, and right now Motor City has not been deterred. The whole second period, Binghamton has had a goal to take a lead. Motor City has answered. And you know what you got to do in the third period? You get it. You just got to set, reset, relax, and get back into this one. Motor City's shown they can do it. They've done it through 40 minutes. You just now got to do it through 60.
Real quick, Ben, can you sort out the penalty mess from the end of the period, what the official rulings were?
Yeah, so it was Tristan Wells is going to be served a 10-minute misconduct for unsportsmanlike. So he's going to be, that's why he just left. Said, you know what, fine. I'm going to cool off. I'll rejoin my team in the third period. But that's why Adam Kuhn's in the box for Tristan Wells. Again, he and JT Walters in the box for roughing. And, of course, you throw that 10-minute misconduct to Tristan Wells, and that is why Kuhn is serving the time. And we'll see Wells basically at the 12-minute mark of the third period.
4-3, Binghamton on top. We'll step aside for a bit, come back, hoping for a better third period. The Rockers chasing a goal. Don't go anywhere. Third period action coming up. You're watching Motor City Rockers hockey on the Rockers Media Network. Rockers fans, let's take a look at some of the upcoming nights here at Big Boy Arena. Medical Appreciation Night will be on Saturday, February 17th. WCSX Radio Night will be on Friday, February 23rd, where morning show host Ryan Logan has been signed to a celebrity contract, and he will be out there on the ice with the Rockers. And finally, there will be Faith and Family Night on Saturday, February 24th. For an entire promotional schedule, make sure you go to mcrockershockeys.com or contact the Rockers front office to purchase tickets. Of course, tomorrow is also Hometown Heroes Night, so we will have that for you tomorrow night, 6 o'clock puck drop. Other events going on here at Big Boy Arena. On March 9th, Metro Detroit Chevy dealers will be presenting the annual Michigan Warriors versus Red Wings alumni hockey game here at Big Boy Arena. An $18 ticket gets you both the Warriors versus Red Wing hockey game and the Rockers versus Watertown Wolves game later that night. Visit the Michigan Warriors table above Section 7 tomorrow when you come to the game. That's Saturday, tomorrow, February 10th, to inquire about tickets or visit MichiganWarrior.org to learn more. And finally, if you haven't seen, we now have an official podcast of the Motor City Rockers, the Backstage Pass with Corbin Simons. He will talk about the games going on. He will preview next week's game, and he will have guests on. He's already had Scott Koash, already had Trevor Pabin. You can check that out on our YouTube page or wherever you get your podcast. Back to the game at hand. It's 4-3 Binghamton on top of Motor City. And Ben, this has been a up and down game. It's been a fun one, but Motor City still finds themselves on the wrong end of the scoreboard.
Yeah, again, credit to Binghamton. They're the number one team in the division for a reason, arguably number one team in the Fed this year for a reason. The Black Bears, they like to hunt. They don't like to chase. They like to be the chaser, not the chasee, and it showed in the second period. That second period alone, 3 goals to Motor City's 2. Again, each goal to take the lead, and the Black Bears doing it with guys you would expect them to do it with, except for one, Andrew Utero getting his first professional goal. He's the new guy from Wyoming, Michigan. Of course, played at Granville. Of course, also coming from the USPHL NCDC. He was out in Utah, but again, close to home, so he gets his first pro goal. After that, it was usual suspects. Dakota Bone, who leads the defensemen in goals, got a big one. That was the one where they were able to take the lead from. But, of course, and then you have Gavin Yates, who's just been a scoring machine, now has 15 on the year, 2 tonight. It's just, got to find ways to break up the flow. A lot of those goals were set up by very good passing, catching Motor City sleeping a little bit in the defensive zone, catching them when their backs turned, feathering pucks through the middle. If Motor City just tunes up just a little bit, tune up the guitar just a little bit, and you'll be fine. Don't play in the drop D tuning, just play in standard tuning. You'll be fine. It's been a great game so far. It's going to be a fun 20 minutes, maybe more.
There have been a lot of guys who have stood out, but be sure to stay with us after the game for tonight's 3 stars of the game and an opportunity, if you are in the building, to catch a Star of the Game t-shirt courtesy of Lasting Impressions Promotional Marketing, a family-owned Michigan business. 41 seconds are going up on the board for the minor penalties assessed to, it was Tristan Wells for Motor City, who, as Ben talked about before the break, got the misconduct. He will be back in about 9 minutes' time. And it will, I believe Adam Kuhn was the one serving for Motor City. He heads to the box, but 41 seconds of 4-on-4 hockey to start this third period.
Yeah, again, it's one of those things. It was the misconduct. It wasn't a match. We got that confirmed with our scorers table. Again, Tristan Wells will come back. Kuhn, though, will come out at the same time as JT Walters will come out. 41 seconds into the period. Both are going to be free men. But on 4-on-4, that is where the damage was done by Dakota Bone.
Indeed it was. 20 minutes or more left to go in this one. It has been a back and forth affair. Brady Beaton, Ben Zalagi, as we get ready to start the third period here at Big Boy Arena. The draw is sent back to the Rockers' end. We are underway here in the final frame of regulation.
Really quick, 4 straight unanswered goals for the River Dragons. They have a 5-2 lead over the Zydeco.
They have figured it out down there. Motor City trying to find another goal and tie this game up. Svinsoff lost it behind the net. Battling for it, Svinsoff was able to wrestle it back, but he sent it towards the blue line. No one there to receive the pass, and chasing all the way back down into his own end, Josh Colton. 7 seconds until Kuhn and it is Walters will come out of the box. Here are the stick taps from the goalies, and we're back to 5-on-5 hockey. Svinsoff into a trio of Black Bears, and he draws a penalty. Yeah, right arm of the official up.
It's going to be hooking.
Milam at the point, 6-on-5, fakes it. Gaudet kicks it to himself, back to Milam, the veteran. Throws on net, misses wide, touched by Binghamton, and just a minute and 2 seconds into the third period, been a prime opportunity for Motor City to even this up at 4.
Yeah, again, it's going to be hooking on the Black Bears. Serving time will be Austin Thompson. He was the one creating the basketball foul, hooking Pavel Svinsoff as he went in the offensive zone. Motor City, though, can get back into this game. They used the power play to do it in the second period. Let's do it again here in the third.
Into the Kowalski meat locker, Austin Thompson. Kowalski, the official hot dog of the Motor City Rockers. And time for another Genesis Credit Union power play as the Rockers look to tie it up. Visit genesiscu.com or visit any of their convenient locations near you. Giuliano at the blue line. Uh-oh, pass was broken up. Wide open, Fletcher on the breakaway. Oh, he lost it.
That's a gift. I'm sorry, but that's a gift.
And another penalty coming against Binghamton. 6-on-4. Koash, left wing circle shot lifted up into the netting. And it will be a slash on Binghamton. And Ben, look at that. We're going to have 93 seconds potentially of 5-on-3 hockey as Fletcher goes to the Kowalski meat locker.
Pretty nice, huh? Pretty nice. But yeah, scary times though. Weber was all alone by himself, flubbed the puck as he tried to do the drag dangle and did not work. I believe it was Weber.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it's a weird play for Binghamton to take a penalty on. You have a breakaway and the shot saved, and next thing you know, the right arm of the official's up.
Yeah, but again, it's that panic play, right? You see, you're caught puck watching. That's why it happens, Brady, right? You're like, oh my God, we got another breakaway opportunity. Then you panic. You're like, oh God, they're coming back. So it's just a panic, out of character thing for Binghamton. But we'll take it.
Koash to Milam, left wing circle. 5-on-3 hockey. Koash, shot on net, deflected, out in front, tipped up. Svinsoff controls it behind the net. 4-3 Binghamton. Rockers chasing a goal here in the third period. Milam centers, taking his time, slides far circle. Shot off the chest of McAnima. Behind the net. Koash gives to Svinsoff. A cerebral approach from the Rockers. Milam between the circles, drop pass to Koash. He takes his time. 53 seconds on the first penalty, $120 on the second. Conway shot deflected, but it's still able to be patted away by McAnima. Svinsoff to the far side, walking up, right wing circle, shot wide. Milam comes in to grab the rebound. It's sticked away. The long arm of Jesse Anderson was able to knock it away for the moment. Milam pass on the doorstep, and it's deflected, and it's cleared all the way down the ice. 28 seconds left to go on penalty number 1. 54 left to go on penalty number 2 as the Black Bears get a much-needed change.
Yeah, JT Walters again reading that one. That's the second time we've seen a Black Bear just eye the pass and break it up. If his stick's not there, it's a goal.
Colton to win. Second power play unit out there as Colton picks it up. 7 seconds till 5-on-4 hockey. Win on the far side to Colton. The blast just wins the post.
Oh,
no goal, and it's still 4-3.
Oh my goodness.
Thompson out of the box, lays the body. Right side backhand knocked away. Weber is looking for the shorty. 13 seconds to go until we're back to 5-on-5 hockey. Gaudet slides to the far side, but offsides will neutralize the rush. And there's some words on the near side. Kirkby along with TJ Delaney.
That's a goal. I just saw it on the replay. That's a goal. Josh Colton had a goal.
Well, I don't think they're going to talk about it. And again, no instant replay in the Fed.
Nope. No, but I'm looking at it right now, Brady. Colton fires, and it hits the back corner and comes right out. I'll show it to you right here. You'll see it.
It was bang, bang. Colton was able to fire it away.
I mean, that went in.
And we have a Rocker going to the penalty box. Roman Gaudet in the penalty box. He goes in for 2 minutes.
Yep.
So in 9 seconds, we will have a penalty kill brought to you by Insight Healthcare. If you're not feeling yourself, visit one of Insight's locations around Southeast Michigan for all your medical needs and get some insight to your health today.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate, though, that we don't have replay. I mean, in real time, it looked like it hit maybe the post, but the thing is, Brady, it did not make a sound, did it?
Yeah, I didn't hear anything in real time, but the official was right on it, so I just saw him emphatically waving off, defaulted to his judgment, and, well, the perception is reality, and the reality is the Rockers are still chasing a goal.
Well, yeah, and that's exactly it. But again, it's something where it's the letter of the law. You just got to follow it. Again, we don't have the benefit of replay like they do in NHL-affiliated leagues, but it's unfortunate. You just got to fight back. That's 2 goals now. Motor City's got taken away.
So they take the 2 minutes off the board. It's a 10-minute misconduct to Gaudet. So 5-on-5 hockey. So there's 2 Rockers currently in the box serving 10-minute misconducts.
Appreciate Luke on that. Thank you.
So 5-on-5 hockey, it's, would you rather be down a man for 2 minutes or not have someone available for 10 here in the third period?
It's Sophie's choice there, Brady.
Indeed it is. Svintsov slides it across the blue line before Binghamton picks it up. Walters working the other way. Backhand goes diagonally into the zone. Binghamton looking for an insurance goal here in the third period. 4-3 Black Bears. 15:45 to go, third period. Svintsov in his own zone. Puts on the brakes. Leaves it back. Able to get to it. Conway centering feed. 2-on-2 if the Rockers hurry. Koash, near side. Svintsov, top of the left wing circle. Has it on the backhand. Shot goes high and wide of the net. Colton keeps it in the zone. Slap shot tipped way wide of McAnima. Behind the net. Svintsov lost the handle on it. Had it taken away. That was Austin Thompson that got in the way. Milam, far side. Hard feed, shot tipped, and it just slides past the post. Oh, another opportunity for the Rockers. Go by the wayside. Pressure stays.
Oh, my goodness.
An absolute howitzer from Milam gets deflected. That was a chaotic sequence for both sides. Next whistle, both sides will get a break. And I think Binghamton could benefit from that. The Rockers are buzzing right now.
Yeah, again, Motor City buzzing, playing well, still down a goal. Got to live with, the 2 goals that did not count. So far, though, Motor City, again, it's emboldening them. They're not sulking. The body language looks good. It's been a great game.
Again, the 2 goals Ben referencing in the first period. Scott Koash thought he had the first one of the night. Tipped one in. It was waved off for a high stick. And the other controversial goal, no goal, was the Josh Colton that in real time the official said did not go in. And that keeps it at 4-3 as we head to a media timeout. Ben scores from around the league and shots on goal in this one.
Yeah, shots on goal still favoring Motor City, 28-19. Won the second period 13-7, winning the third period here 3-1 in shots. Again, 28-19 overall in favor of Motor City. Well, let's start in reverse. We already gave you the update in Columbus. They have 4 unanswered goals. They have a 5-2 lead now over to Zydeco, breaking that washboard because they didn't like the concert. And again, 4 big goals. Speaking of 4 goals, Port Huron now has 4. They have a 1-goal lead over Watertown. But Elmira holding strong. Hunting Wabbits, they have a 5-2 lead out there in Elmira.
Ronald Chalker is your local Farm Bureau insurance agent located in Shelby Township. They have been protecting and providing Michigan families with auto, home, life, and health insurance. For all your insurance needs, trust Michigan Farm Bureau agent Ronald Chalker. This is going to be a fun final 14-23. Rockers have had looks on net, and McAnima has stood tall at times, sometimes had the help of a goalie's best friend in the post.
Yep.
But anyway you slice it, Binghamton on top 4-3, but a much better showing for Motor City against their Empire rival, who in the first couple of games on the scoreboard took it to them.
Yeah, but again, you look at puck luck from last weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Again, it is what it is. Not saying it was, again, no disrespect to Binghamton, but the first 2 goals, that's what they were. Motor City still loses that game 4-3, so. But Binghamton, again, at home at Visions Veteran, they are amazing. They hold down that Forest so well.
Forecheck from Binghamton, keeping the puck in the Rockers' zone for an extended period. Stone on the near side. Gives to Bone. Slides it all the way across the ice. Uturo keeps it just inside the blue line. Delaney couldn't do much with it. Wynn pressuring the puck. Fields over. Still in the Rocker zone. Uturo tried to slap it to himself. Fields picks it up. Rink wide feed. Giuliano puts on the brakes, and he will go to the bench for a rest.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense for Jules. Jules said, no, I'm not going to chase that.
Tipped. Was it behind the red line? Indeed it was. Icing the call. And we'll go all the way down to the Binghamton end.
I will say this, though. One thing that I've noticed, we've talked about the top 4 teams in the league before again.
Yep.
Talking again with Brant Shearwood before the game, I really love how Binghamton plays. They play with a good structure. They play well within that structure. But they also play a similar structure to Motor City. And Motor City plays a similar structure to Carolina. And Carolina plays a similar structure to Columbus. It is not by accident that all these teams are coached by guys who have either played or coached in high-level leagues, and they commit to their structure, because when you commit to the structure, good things happen. And you see games like this where they're back and forth, they're very, very tight. You got to aim small, miss small sort of thing, whatever cliche you want to throw out there. But it just goes to show, not only do we have good players in this league, we got great coaching in this league, and it's really fun to watch, and it's not by coincidence. Again, the top teams in this league, they all have very good structures, deviate from each other just a little bit, how they move the puck in 200 feet worth of space. But it's always fun to pick a coach's brain when you can, because, again, the more differences they are, the more they're the same.
Well, not a lot of differences here at Big Boy Arena. A 1-goal difference separates Binghamton and Motor City Black Bears on top of the Rockers. Rotundi keeps it in the zone. He netted his first tonight. Koash between the circles. Scores! Scott Koash ties it at 4. 12:52 left to go, and we got a brand new hockey game.
Like I said, this is going to be a fun 20 minutes. The first 7 of them were big, and Scotty's feeling it. He did the wrist. Just let it go limp, saying, guys, let's just dap it up. Beautiful goal there by Scotty. Big one there by Scotty. But it's another one of those goals, Brady, where the puck just bounced into the slot like Roman Gaudet's goal.
Yep.
It just was there for someone to step in and fire it and catch a guy offside, and that guy was McAnima. Scott Koash getting a big one.
And if we've had a theme tonight, it's take advantage of opportunities. Scott Koash does just that, and he nets number 18 on the year, and we're going to get some fisticuffs flying, tensions flaring, yard sale out on the ice. And at the end of it, a couple Rockers down, had a Black Bear down, and, well, officials are going to have to sort this one out. It was George Holt that wrestled Josh Fletcher, and there was an initial cross-check from behind that is going to have to necessitate a power play for Motor City.
You would think. I
mean, there's no two ways about it.
No.
That first hit was completely unnecessary from behind.
I will also say, I'm going to give credit to Connor McAnima. Look at the replay. Look what he's doing. He's protecting the Rocker player that's in net. He's literally using his body as a shield. Tip the cap to you, Connor McAnima. Seriously, that is sportsmanship. That's amazing. I tip the cap to you. Good job, young man. He didn't have to do that. He really didn't.
Well, he might get put in a precarious spot as Fletcher goes to the Kowalski meat locker and we're sorting everything out. I would be surprised if this comes out even Steven. 2 minutes is going up for Fletcher. 2 minutes go up for George Holt. And my whole argument would be what happened to the cross-check that incited the tussle.
Well,
if I'm Gordy Brown, I am throwing a stink about this because that was as blatant as a cross-check as you will see in plain view. I understand taking Holt and giving him 2, but there is in no universe a way this should be 4-on-4 hockey.
It should be a 4-and-2. It has to be a 4-and-2. It has to be. There's no other way about it. Both guys fought. It's understandable. But that cross-check near the head and neck area, by the way, is unnecessary.
Well, reality is it's 4-on-4 hockey. No one gets the advantage. Last time it was 4-on-4, Binghamton broke the tie. On the near side, Kirkby sends it across, and right on cue, Jesse Anderson buries it 15 seconds in, and it's 5 for Binghamton. .12:30 to go, third period. And the open ice has benefited the Black Bears.
Really has. Again, only 15 seconds in. And
that just compounds the frustration.
And that's exactly it. It compounds everything, makes you upset. You cannot think about it. You can't think about it. You just got to work through it, work back on tying up the game one more time.
Motor City has had an answer anytime Binghamton has taken the lead, but it was tied for just a fleeting moment. 90 seconds of 4-on-4 hockey. Yates, shot patted away by Gonzalez to the far side. Fields chips it out of the zone only for a moment. Cross crease pass broken up by Devon Fields. Rotundi in his own zone. He is taking his time. 1:10 left to go on the matching minor penalties. Shot from just inside the blue line is corralled by McAnima. We'll get an offensive zone draw for Motor City.
I was going to say again, it's.
And tension still flaring.
I don't think that's a guy you want to get into a fight. Devon Fields is he's bigger than Gavin Yates. Gavin Yates is only 170 pounds.
They're taking both, I believe.
I mean, if you're going to take.
Let's see.
Can the Rockers box fit any more people? We got an equipment guy in there. We got Ken, who's our leader of off-ice officials.
I believe Paul Jean was signaling for 2 more people to go.
Well, no one's going yet.
He motioned to both bench, go.
He did.
So if it's not for that, I don't know what quite it would be for. Is Jamie Milam
bench minors? It could be that. Again, we're guessing.
And are they going to send anyone? No. All right.
Okay. You never know.
I thought they were going to send Fields and Yates. Right now, the Rockers only have 3 skaters out there. Milam, I think, relayed the message, and he will be the 4th.
Well, even if there isn't a message to be relayed, if you don't see a number go up on the scoreboard, someone hop off the bench.
I want to know what that conversation was for.
I don't know. Maybe to tell the guys to chill out.
Well, that was a long-winded way to do so if that's what it was, if that was the message.
Well, take advantage of center ice. All eyes are on you.
Shot patted away by Gonzalez. Second feed, sticked to the near boards. Liam Anderson puts on the brakes, leaves off for Austin Thompson. Bank pass up to the point, and a broken stick. Had a few of those tonight. Binghamton has not had the sturdiest sticks today.
No, Motor City's broken at least 1. Binghamton has broken at least 3. I think this is 4 now. 20
seconds left to go in 4-on-4 hockey. Over the red line. Bone takes it over the blue as well. Shot from the left wing circle into the belly of Ricky Gonzalez, and we'll get a whistle with 10:56 to go in the third period. 5-4, Binghamton on top.
And Wells is a free man.
Now, Wells' 10-minute misconduct is up. Gaudet will be in there for about 5 more minutes. So he will get comfortable in the penalty box.
A little bit. We should go back to the olden days where it was just one big penalty box.
I don't know.
And see how it turns out.
I don't know if that would work out well.
Well, not tonight. These guys definitely want a piece of each other. Not tonight.
Wynn skates it out of his own zone. Slides the Svinsoff. 5-on-5 hockey. In their own zone, Binghamton setting up the breakout. To the near side, Daniel Stone. On the boards, Kirkby has it. Spins around. Gives it to center ice. Far side pass. Shoveled in deep. Motor City going off for a change. Right now, only one guy in the box, Roman Gaudet, and he's serving a 10-minute misconduct.
Well, Devon Fields is eyeing that Black Bear bench, seeing where number 12 was, and now he sees 12 has the puck.
Number 12, Gavin Yates, sends it high and wide of the net. He picks it up back between the blue lines. Puts it in reverse into his own zone. Far side for Anderson. Skips it to the center. Uturo was hoping it would bounce past a couple black sweaters. It did not. Delaney took it to the blue line only for a moment. Sent back in. Delaney pressuring in the Black Bear zone. Walters works it out. Diagonal feed. Sticks to Gavin Yates. He leaves for Austin Thompson. Bottom of the left wing circle. Banks it off the back wall. Both sides trying to gain possession. Uturo, backhand feed. Thompson pickpocketed from behind. He would have had a point-blank shot. And a penalty coming to Motor City. They're going to get a hooking on the Rockers. And 2 minutes going up as the Rockers are going on the penalty kill. 9:23 to go in the third period. That'll take us to our next media timeout.
I disagree with the hook. I know Giuliano got a stick in there, but it didn't impede anything. Because his stick went low. But either way, he's going to serve 2 minutes. But I don't know. Motor City keeps pushing that boulder up the hill, and it keeps coming back down on him, though. Speaking of which, Binghamton leading shots on goal now in the third period, 7-6. Still trailing overall, 31-25. Well, Elmira and Danbury, they each got a goal. Elmira has a 6-3 lead. Port Huron has a 4-3 lead. And Columbus has a 6-4 lead. So a lot of 6s and 4s across the Fed tonight. If you're a gambling man or woman, maybe that's an omen. I don't know. At your own risk if you want to do it, but yeah.
Fans, the Motor City Rockers will be at Free Play Pinball Arcade, just a few paces to the north of Big Boy Arena on Wednesday, February 21st at 7:30 p.m. All fans will receive half off admission and the chance to hang out with your favorite rocker. Hope to see you there again. That is Free Play Pinball Arcade on Wednesday, February 21st. As the Rockers go on the Insight Healthcare penalty kill. If you're not feeling yourself, visit one of Insight's locations and get some insight to your health today, as Jonathan Giuliano in the box for hooking.
I was going to say, Free Play is about 500 yards to the right of this place.
Shot tipped, and it's swallowed up by Ricky Gonzalez. Only 8 seconds come off the Giuliano minor penalty. There's a big 152 still on the scoreboard. Binghamton has not had a 2-goal lead all night. In fact, nobody has.
Well, the last time Motor City had a lead, it was that first goal in the first period.
Indeed it was. They've been chasing Binghamton the rest of the night. They can kill this penalty. They can try to refocus, go back on the offensive. Clean win for the Black Bears. Patient approach to the center. Yates leaves, rink wide feed. Kirkby can't haul it in. Battle on the near corner. Leaves back for Yates. Right wing hash marks to the point, and Bone can't settle it down. And a little bit of a break for Motor City. 1:25 left to go in the Giuliano hooking minor. 8:47 to go in the game. Rockers chasing a goal.
Yeah, really surprised McAnima did not try to shove it back up the ice.
Delaney steps in front of the pass with the backhand. Kirkby sells out for it, and he keeps it from going over all three lines. Binghamton able to get the rush going only for a moment. Poked away. Bone sends near wing. Yep. Yates takes it on the backhand in close. Shot doesn't make it to Gonzalez. Along the back wall, Rockers trying to fish it out. They can't get it past Bone. 51 seconds left to go in the Giuliano Minor penalty. Rink wide feed, one touch up top. Bone shot, scores. Bone makes it 6-4 Binghamton, and they have a big, big insurance goal.
Oh, you don't want to say that's the backbreaker, but it feels that way, doesn't it?
8:07 to go in the third period. The Rockers' comeback bid just got a lot tougher. As Dakota Bone nets his second of the night, he has 9 on the season, and it's 6-4 Binghamton. That one on the power play.
Well, Yates has 2 goals, Bone has 2 goals, and they've been big ones.
Binghamton off the draw, controls it. Up to Uturo. Couldn't find it in his skates. Wells on the far side. He's knocked down, still able to backhand it into his own zone. And a whistle.
It's a high stick.
They have a trip call on Binghamton, and Motor City going on the man advantage.
I was going to say, it was either going to be a high stick on Kirkby or, yeah.
Well, a prime opportunity as Andrew Uturo goes to the Kowalski meat locker. Kowalski, the official hot dog of the Motor City Rockers. And Motor City back on the Genesis Credit Union power play. Find out how Genesis can put more money in your pocket by going to genesiscu.com or visit any of their locations near you.
Yeah, Motor City 1 for 6 today on the power play. Binghamton now 1 for 2.
Ooh, that puck maybe hopped over the blue line. Officials say it did not. Koash to Milam. Backhand feed in the near wall. Svinsoff. Rockers could really use an answer here. Gullo in the corner. He was bullied off the puck, and that is fired down the zone. And Gonzalez plays it next to his own net. 6-4 Binghamton on top. 7:25 to go in the game. 1:32 left to go in the Rockers' man advantage. Svinsoff leaves back for Milam. Fakes the slap shot right side. Koash shot doesn't get through traffic. Second attempt gets a little further. Still can't make it to McAnima. Svinsoff walks it in. His shot blocked. And right now Binghamton, they are packing it in, not letting anything get through.
Yeah, again, credit to the Black Bears. This PK unit's been exceptional. They have 5 power play pelts so far today. Playing really, really well. 60 seconds away from number 6.
Wynn leaves for Colton in his own zone looking for the breakout. Rink wide pass knocked up in the air. Giuliano receives. Return pass broken up by Fletcher of Binghamton. Down to 45 seconds left to go in the penalty to Uturo. Behind the net, Colton had it chipped away. Wynn skates over to the near side, up to Delaney. Able to send it to the far side. On the stick, shot, scores! On the power play, Motor City pulls within 1. Coming off the stick of number 53, Jonathan Giuliano puts the Rockers right back in this one.
Well, Jonathan is, I don't know what he's eating at home. Maybe he's chasing the kids around the backyard. But he has now 5 goals in his last 8 games. Can you believe that?
Giuliano's had a heck of a year, number 13 on the season. And well, we're back to a 1-goal game. Goal number 11 total overall. Rockers still chasing one. Every time the Rockers have climbed back in, the Binghamton Black Bears have had that answer. Gavin Yates has been a big reason for that. At his own blue line, sends to the far side. Diagonal dump in. In the near corner. Koash by his own feet, and we have a whistle. Oh no, it got stuck
again
in the lip.
Yeah, the baseball went underneath the ivy. We can't see it. We're going to just have a ground rule double. Can you believe pitchers and catchers report in 6 days?
It is, well, time is ticking away.
Where did winter go?
We are we're getting into the thick of this Fed season.
I mean, didn't it just seem like a month ago it was November? Like, getting into the throes of the season.
We haven't had a ton of home games. That'll change here in the next 6 weeks.
Oh, yeah.
Motor City hoping to get a win here at home. They're chasing one. Gullo dumps in deep, chases after it. Liam Anderson, the first one there. Picked up by Austin Thompson to the far side. Fields pressures. Long pass, rattles around. Gullo chips it in deep once again. Forechecking pressure. Wells spinning around, couldn't get his stick on it. Flipped into the Rockers zone. Gonzalez caught it out of midair. He plays it, goes on, I believe, and Roman Gaudet has been released from the penalty box. So Rockers are back at full strength for the first time since about midway through the second period.
Yep, it's been a while. Motor City, though, at full strength. This is the point of the game now where you got to break up 6 minutes into mini periods. You got to play 2 minutes at a time. 5
minutes left in this one. 6-5 Motor City, and 2 of those minutes are going to go away due to a penalty. So with 4:51 left to go in the third, Rockers are going to go on the defensive as Devon Fields heads to the penalty box. He will get 2 for tripping, and that'll send us to the Insight Healthcare penalty kill after our third and final media timeout.
Yeah, well, shots on goal still favor Binghamton 9-7, inching ever closer. Motor City, though, still has the lead, 32-27. Elmira added another goal. They have a 4-goal lead, 7-3 over Danbury, so that's good news. Port Huron has a 4-3 lead over Watertown, still 6-4 Columbus over the Zydeco. But again, this is the time where you got to break everything down by 2 minutes. This is not ideal. It is suboptimal. But you need to do everything you can to not only kill the next 2 minutes, Brady, but you got to find a way to not only successfully kill them, but tilt the ice in your favor to send this into an extra frame.
And the biggest thing for Binghamton, yeah, they can obviously get the insurance goal, but they can just be extremely patient. They can wait for that perfect opportunity and just wait for that one flaw in the Rockers' defense. 4:51 left to go in this one. It has been a heck of a game. Fortunately, wish I could tell you that the Rockers were on top. They are chasing a goal. 6-5 Binghamton on top of Motor City. Brady Beaton with Ben Zalagi here on the Rockers Media Network. Thank you so much for spending your Friday night with us.
Just want to remind people, Ivashin is second in the league in power play goals. Logar is fifth. The only one to get a power play goal tonight, though, is Dakota Bone.
Those two names have been quiet. 2 minutes on the board for Devon Fields. Waiting for a go-ahead from the scorer's table. We get the thumbs up. And Motor City hoping to do what they couldn't do last time out and kill the power play. Starts with a draw. Giuliano for Motor City on the dot. He ties up, but coming away with it, Gavin Yates. Far side, skates to the low left wing. Pass out in front, and that was a tough look from Austin Thompson. Yates still in the offensive zone, barely kept it on the blue line. Back behind the net, centering feed, broken up, and unable to clear it. The right hand of Bone kept it in. 20 seconds into this penalty kill for Motor City.
Yeah, Bone's had a heck of a game.
Bone, right side, shot! Knocked up into the netting. Oh, I lost sight of it. I don't think anyone knew where it went. 1:31 left to go in the Fields minor penalty. 4:22 in regulation.
Yeah, that rang off the doorbell of the crossbar and into the netting. Kirkby thought he got one.
Kirkby will take the draw. Across him for Motor City, Scott Koash. Draw to the left of Ricky Gonzalez. To the near boards. Binghamton has it and dropping down. Koash racing, coming out to play it. McAnima, and he gets it far enough away, and a beautiful pass to Yates. Drop pass, and it goes high and wide of Ricky Gonzalez. Oh, Koash got a little greedy there, and it almost paid off.
Almost. But again, McAnima did a good job tilting the ice the other way, coming out to play it. Create a 3-on-2.
Walking it in, point blank. Thompson maybe sent a pass he didn't need to. We have 55 seconds left to go till Jonathan Giuliano is a free man. Bone Devon Fields. Yes, Giuliano was the previous. Was another one. There was there was a lot of names going on. 45 seconds left to go in the Devon Fields minor penalty.
That's why I'm here.
Yes, and we have another penalty. Who is this going against? This is going against Binghamton. Oh, if there's ever a break Motor City needed, this is it. Gavin Yates getting called for a hold. He's not happy. That'll negate the final 38 seconds.
Oh, he got tossed.
And Yates just get the
tossed for yep. He's going to get 10 minutes.
Now it won't put a second penalty out there.
No.
But
he's done though.
He won't be eligible if this game were to go to overtime.
Oh, he's a guy that has 2 goals and 2 assists. So that's a guy you need on the ice if you're Binghamton. But again, 2 goals and 2 assists is now going into the locker room.
And the other thing that does is they're going to have someone serve that. So now they're down 2 guys for this final stretch as Connor Smith heads to the penalty box.
Well, and the funny thing is, why are you sending Connor Smith? He has 27 goals.
I was looking down and, I knew Connor Smith was good, but you always just check out a reflex, and you're expecting to see like 4 points on the year. He's been a tremendous player for Binghamton.
You're not going to send the new kid. You're not going to send Ray. You're going to send your
The only thing that I won't, maybe it had to be someone on the ice at the time.
That could be it.
So I'm not going to claim to be the expert on it, but Motor City has 3 minutes and 8 seconds to tie this game up. In 15 seconds, they'll go back on the Genesis Credit Union power play. In the Rockers zone. Out in front, dangerous area. Rockers trying to work it up and out. Colton over the red line. Holds onto it, puts on the brakes. 5-on-4. 1:20 left in the Genesis Credit Union power play. Svinsoff eyeing up the defense. He leaves it off. It's Roman Gaudet. His pass hits off the skate of Austin Thompson. Back into the Rockers zone. 2:35 left to go, third period. Rockers chasing a goal. Milam over the blue line. Left wing circle pass, hops over a pair of sticks, and once again, the Rockers have to touch up. Koash, backhand, and Ben, you might think about getting Gonzalez out of net if you can get sustained pressure. The problem is the Rockers are going back in their own zone every couple of seconds.
Yeah, that's the downside. I've been looking to my right to see if Ricky's been, inching up. He hasn't. He's been staying home. Motor City, though, has to still find a way to break into the next 100 feet of ice.
To the far side, Finstoff pinned to the boards. Help comes in the form of Declan Conway. Binghamton just trying to muck it up. Koash keeps it in the zone. 22 seconds left to go in the power play. Into the far corner. Svinsoff turns around. They're searching for somewhere to send it. Backhands it to the point. 15 seconds until we're back to 5-on-5. Milam, the veteran, dissects the defense to the center. Koash, right wing circle, walking up. Over to Gullo. Stick handles himself into submission as he backhands it to the wall. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey. Koash shot, and it misses just wide. Tipped back out in front. Skoash, the rebound, and he can't get to it. 1:22 left to go. We're going to have to get Ricky out of this net sooner or later.
Well, I think it was also,
Koash shot right into the glove of McAnima, and 1:15 left to go in the third. Rockers still chasing a goal.
I will say this. Credit Gordy Brown for not panicking. Ricky, if he was out, Smith comes out, it's a breakaway goal. We've already seen that happen tonight. Smart, everyone, you're just right now holding on to see if you can get that goal. You can tell Motor City was being deliberate. They're going to take a timeout here with the face-off inside their own end. But they were being deliberate, Brady. They wanted to get that perfect look because they're okay playing in an overtime period. And that's what they were playing for. Ricky did not come out. We might see Ricky stay on the bench after this timeout, and you go for bust, you go for broke. But I'm liking the strategy so far late. I like it. I understand it. I do not fault it.
With 1:15 left to go, Rockers, it's burn the boats time for Motor City. They've been chasing one essentially all night. They led 1-0 and haven't led since. Right now they're looking to force the extra frame. And we will see. Right now it looks like Ricky Gonzalez is on the ice. But the way Binghamton's playing, you don't know if you'll get that opportunity.
Well, that's the thing. Do you go for broke? Or do you just say, hey, guys, we've been playing well 5-on-5. Let's see what we can do here. I mean, really, there's no wrong answer in my opinion. I know this is a big game against the number 1 team in the division. What I'd like to do, because I like to be aggressive, I'm going to force them into a mistake. How do you do that? You get an extra man, you get an extra attacker.
And Gonzalez will head to the bench, 6-on-5. Delaney, Gaudet, Giuliano, Colton, Wynn, and Milam. The Rockers tasked with tying this up in the final 75 seconds. Giuliano in the faceoff dot to the right of Connor McAnama. Draw, tied up, and it's sent all the way down, misses wide, but that's the risk you run. It's icing, and just 6 seconds come off the clock, and another draw in the Binghamton zone.
I was going to say, it's like I've known Gordy for like 6 years, huh? Knowing what he would do. Kind of crazy.
Rockers looking for a better result on this draw than the last. Bone rings it around the far boards. It gets by Milam. Did he touch it is the question. No, he did not. And Binghamton will object.
It bounced over his stick. Like, I understand being competitive. I understand that. I understand barking for calls. But it was clear as day that no one touched it along that wall.
New line out for Motor City. Gullos, Finsoff have Koash out there. Fields along with Rotundi. Final minute of play in the third period. Out of the zone, Thompson gets behind the defense and he pushes it wide. Rockers still have life. Fields in his own zone. Have to take advantage of the mistakes. 45 seconds to go. Racing down the far side. Koash has it poked away. It's flipped up, down the ice. That one doesn't miss. And Binghamton gets the backbreaker from about 175 feet away. 7-5 Binghamton. And that will send the fans to the exit. Dakota Bone for the hat trick. And the Rockers, short of a miracle, will drop another game to Binghamton in a high scoring affair. Back to 5-on-5 hockey for the final half minute. Rotundi sends it in deep. Kuhn tries to tip it away. Holt sends rink wide. Shot gets deflected. McAnama covers it up. 19 seconds left to go. Draw will come to the left of Connor McAnama. Ricky Gonzalez staying in net. And a whistle before the puck was dropped.
Yeah, they're telling Wells and Stone to back off.
Puck's dropped. Binghamton wins the draw. Stone pushed into the corner as the Black Bears kill the final 10 seconds in this one. As the clock runs down, Binghamton will celebrate a hard-earned 7-5 win here at Big Boy Arena. Back and forth affair. Binghamton got a couple extra bounces, and they will come away with 3 points in the regulation win.
Well, Binghamton's the top in the Empire Division, top in the league for a reason. Saw it here tonight. They only were down once. After that, they did not look back.
Nope.
And the unfortunate thing is, yes, you had 2 goals that were taken away from you, but there's positives in this game. Not only did you fight back, right? Ricky played really, really well in net. Ricky needed a game like this against a top opponent. Played well in net. So the confidence is still there for Gonzalez. That's a positive. It's just, again, an empty net goal. That's the difference. I mean, it really is. It's something Motor City. You hope you can get one tomorrow because you're close. The mental hurdle is not very high. It's 6 inches, not 6 feet. You can do it. And I think that's the message tonight. You can do it. You took it to this team, but now you know what it takes. You know what it takes from here on out if you want to win the Commissioner's Cup, and it's a game like this. It's a game like this where you know that you had it You know you were close, but you know what? That ring was just you touched it with your fingertips, but you pushed it away. Next time when you reach for it, reach a little bit higher, grab onto it, and pull yourself up. That's the message. I do not hate this game at all. It's just the result sucks, but I like how Motor City played.
Well, the 3 stars of the game are always presented by Lasting Impressions Promotional Marketing. Giuliano was a star for Motor City, but it's going to be the Black Bears shine bright in this one. Again, they will be back tomorrow night. The Rockers will be back in action, and they'll need it to split the weekend. 6 o'clock puck drop between Binghamton and your Motor City Rockers. Ben, no time to dwell on this one. It's a quick turnaround, and you can erase the feeling you got in your stomach with a win tomorrow night.
You can, but now you know what it takes. You know what it takes, and you know what you have. Again, Ricky, great game in net. He played absolutely incredible. Very proud of the way Ricky played in net. But you get Trevor Babin back tomorrow. Babin, after Friday's game, he said it on the backstage pass with Corbin Simon, right? He said, there was 2 goals that I want back. Babin is going to be playing with like a man on a mission tomorrow. So you know what? You didn't get it tonight. You're going to get it tomorrow night, and that's what you got to do.
Well, thank you so much for joining us here on the Rockers Media Network. Unfortunately, Rockers fall to Binghamton 7-5 in what was a very entertaining game that the Rockers come up just a bit short. Again, tomorrow night, 6 p.m. puck drop. Join us for pregame about 5:50-ish. Tune in wherever you're watching. Thank you so much for tuning in. For Ben Zalagi, I've been Brady Beaton. See you tomorrow night, and hope you all have a safe and wonderful weekend.
Rock on.